Все, я запустил. Чего, блять? Что это за реклама? Ебанулись?
Lot of learning experiences there for them that they can draw to improve themselves in the future.
Покеда.
Hopefully we can get a better look from them. On the NA side, Liquid. Especially given that TRK has actually seemingly been a pretty strong fit thus far. I think the jury's still out on that, though.
Yeah, it's so hard at this level of game where teams can beat any team at any time. And if you're having an off day, it's a bad time, especially against a team like these are like pretty much top 10 teams of the world, and it's not easy getting top 10 in the world, as all the HLTV people say. Thinking you're better than most of these players, you're not. That's the reality. That's the reality. You're not.
I think most of their bark is worth their bite.
Definitely.
Second game on the main stream was 100 Thieves versus Chaos. I didn't catch this, but I did see that 100 Thieves were able to pull through. I think also a fairly expected result.
People always complaining, no matter what the outcome is. Yeah, I'm getting spicy this morning. I'm a little tired. I think everything's gonna come out. I don't know. I think a filter might be gone today. So hang in there, guys.
That's what Summit's for, though. So yeah. So if there's any time to let loose, now is it.
There's
Yeah.
just so much stuff going on. I'm just, just poof.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if you just completely took over on the cast today. Just go full.
I can't. I can't. I'm a little cringy sometimes. So you gotta have little doses of me, okay? I can't go full me. You have to I just pop up and I'll sprinkle it on like salt.
Yeah. What's the DeBear's prescription? How much should I be taking per day?
Enough if you're not thinking properly. That's usually the dosage that works.
Just enough to get me off my hilter a little bit.
Be somewhat functional, but still, is he really there? I don't know. I like to give that illusion.
I think, yeah. A lot of people are confused sometimes with
I'm
their
confused
take.
right now.
Yeah.
It's the fun of the game. Just go with the flow, you know. Go with the flow. That's it.
The flow is it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah. I'm all over the place sometimes, you know. I like it. You gotta be.
Yeah. All right. So we'll look at the groups briefly here. Today we'll be going through Group C and Group D's opening matches.
Nice.
And let's see. So the game we'll be covering here on the main broadcast will be ENCE versus Heroic. On the B stream will be NIP versus Existence. ENCE and Heroic, that'll be coming up in a bit. So we'll get back to that before that game starts. NIP versus Existence. You guys have any thoughts on either of these teams?
Who did Existence just pick up? Oh, didn't they just pick up a team? I believe they just picked up a CS team, so that's interesting. Look at that. But today, or that's not today. That's G2 versus Godsend.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting turn of events. Obviously, I think a lot of people would have expected mousesports to be there, but clearly, I think it's pretty clear Godsend have been working really hard. I think it's one of those teams where it's flying under a lot of people's radars because there's a few players that maybe some people have given up on. There's a few players who are kind of reinventing themselves, but they're actually kind of putting in the work, really significant amounts of work, and so I think that's credits is the credits for them to be able to make these results happen for themselves. And I think this is a more expected development. Vitality North is what people would have probably put on the books. And it's happened. And I think it's going to be difficult to topple Vitality, though, where they're at right now. Their form is imperious.
Yeah, it's a nice word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe them, especially in their group. Existence, by the way, is Copenhagen Flames. They picked up that roster.
So say in my head when I look at the name, like I'm just thinking of a Spanish lineup all the time. So it's quite it's quite confusing.
I think some of the players that were on NIP were on an Existence lineup as well at one point. Knock and Hampus. I'm pretty sure one version of Existence did have them on it. It was brief, but yeah, it's interesting.
They were there.
It's interesting. The org versus player rivalry. Oftentimes, I find that storyline is focused on a little bit more than I think most players really care about. In all honesty, but we'll still bring it up later, of course. There's no way I'm gonna miss that one. Just throw out the cliches a little bit. It makes the job easier.
It does. Makes everyone like it.
So Group D here, FaZe Clan versus Big. This is, in my opinion, the most exciting opener in actually every group. In any group, this is, I think, the best opener game. So we'll be catching that later today. On the B stream, simultaneously will be Heretics versus OG. Another interesting one. Heretics they had a nice run at one of the first Road to Rio events by ESL, and then OG have been a team that online they don't always have the same consistency that you would have expected with their opening at one of the Blast lands a while back. But FaZe Clan and Big, that's a star-studded matchup. Big are coming off some huge victories. FaZe Clan, on the other hand, has given us a level of consistency that I don't think is generally synonymous with the FaZe brand. It's been tumultuous, to say the least, for them. But it seems like Yanko and crew, along with Nico, of course, have put together a system that shows that they are willing to play more as a team, and in doing so, maybe you take away a little bit of that individual star power, but at the end of the day, it'll always work better if you work.
I mean, I'd hope so. In a game like Counter-Strike, you would want to play together as a team, so FaZe finally getting on that wagon.
Yeah, and the injection of youngsters into the lineup as well, I think has been really helpful. We were talking about that yesterday, just the power of having a good mixture of veterans and kind of first generation CSGO players that are extremely hungry. Just it's a great dynamic in a team. If you can make it work from an interpersonal perspective, and Yanko's a great person to kind of smooth out any interpersonal issues that may exist.
Сука.
It's good to have a mediator like that. That's I think one of the most important functions of a coach, is to make sure that everyone's happy with each other and everything's kind of smooth. So it seems like they've managed to kind of achieve that, which is really, really cool to see, because FaZe have been, I mean, since the Boston Major, I feel like, FaZe have been trying to really find something that clicks, and in the Boston Major, it clicked, it was clicking for them, but just not all the way when it mattered the most. So there you go.
Yeah.
You want to know a hot take?
Huh? Yeah.
Want to have a hot take? I think Tavson is extremely. I know people think he's.
What were you gonna say? He's
a good
overrated?
person. No, I'm gonna say that he's top 5 in the world.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say he's
yeah.
extremely overrated. That's the whole take. Yeah, for sure.
No, but sometimes when he carries, he's so good at the game, and I'm just amazed.
Раз.
So amazed.
Блять, теперь тупит, сука, вебка, блять. Нахуй вы мне звоните, блять.
He's playing when he's on fire. He carries big a lot of times.
Yeah.
Конченые, сука.
Solid player.
There are some it's like the wrong guys. Tavson wins this round just by himself. Like,
Здравствуйте.
like on Dusty.
Что? Раз. Да иди нахуй. Животное нахуй, ебаное. Сука, заебали. Какие-то люди, блядь, звонят
Very
неизвестные.
hard to integrate. That was looking very confusing at first. How drastically Xantarus' skill fell off when he first joined Big, and just it felt like he just couldn't find his place on the team. But now he's an essential player for them.
I do wonder how his English is, German has improved, I guess, because that was also like when he joined the team at first, it was like such a weird thing because like, well, obviously mechanically, like it's a great example of one of the situations where you can have a guy that's incredibly good mechanically and just really prove it in that sense, but then if he's put into a system or a structure where it doesn't allow for him to be set up to have any success, the guy's not going to give you anything, and that's kind of what was happening. And it was kind of bizarre to look at it because it's like he wasn't really playing the CS that you're used to seeing as a completely different player. So very happy about that because it did feel a bit sad because there's a lot of hype out of Space Soldiers, just the Xantarus and Calyx,
Блять.
and just there's so much energy behind that team. So it was pretty sad to see a different identity for a while. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
It's also sad that a whole team had to die, just for him. Move on. Sucks.
Yeah.
Coaching.
I don't think most of the other players have fared.
Что за пиздец? Что за коэффициенты, блядь, ебанутые? Ару. Здорово, прямой будет? Да. Конечно. Сейчас они начнут. Включу. Топ 5G. Что, тоже поставил на какую команду? Так, первый нюк будем смотреть, второй трейн, третий мираж. Блять, Паша! Паша заебал, пошел нахуй! Сука, у меня горит, я сейчас за этого, блять, все буду сворачивать за этих 90 рублей сраных, блять.
That was a great game. I don't know if we'll see the same type of ENCE today, given that they have a good leader. Maybe some of the same plays, so that could catch Heroic off, but ENCE making Train here, a map that can be difficult for newer teams for sure, but when you're going back to an old lineup of ENCE, this was a map that they were actually pretty serviceable at. This was one of the maps that they were, when they had that finals run at the major, this is part of their bread and butter actually.
I think this is a very good map pool for ENCE actually. I think Nuke and Train can be a potential 2-0 for ENCE, but if it goes to that third map Mirage, I think that's when Heroic might take over and take the win. So I think ENCE has to win. They have to do 2-0. They have to do 2-0 because these are some two good maps for them.
Yeah, I think this will be a really interesting game because Heroic are very drilled, and I think for me like the let's say the losing condition for Heroic is actually if let's say Kaden has a bad game or something like that, like because sometimes he can have like a pretty swingy performances. He doesn't have like a super stable average. It's definitely been getting better, I think, and I think there, it's something that's hard to predict, but ultimately I think that Heroic will have the chops here. I actually feel like they're a really good up and coming team, and they've been working really hard, I think, during the recent months and previously. So I'm favoring Heroic here myself. I don't know where you guys stand.
Yeah,
but Heroic would seem like the obvious pick, but with the map, maybe I'll slightly ENCE. I'll do ENCE in this one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
have to say 2-0 for them though.
Oof.
Because they're not going to win 2-1.
Yeah.
So I think they have to go big or go home with these guys.
I like how specific that is.
Yeah. Very, very specific timing window,
Yeah.
I see that.
Just
locked in.
They gotta get it done in the first.
Псих, блядь, даже заебешь нахуй. Сука, всегда не вовремя ты пишешь, всегда, блядь.
I'm gonna go with Heroic here, primarily because when ENCE first lost to Lexi B, and they were playing, just trying to play that free-flowing counter.
Oh my god. Stare at his eyes.
I really didn't like how ENCE was playing after they first lost at Lexi B. I don't know if they ever regained that all the way on Duke. I know that they've gotten pretty good at some other maps actually with Yampy, but I don't know. I haven't seen too much of a convincing performance from them on that map. And when I was first watching them without Alexi B, it felt like they were running kind of some of the same early round procedures that Alexi B laid out, but then their mid-round calls were very confusing with players sometimes going down lower secret while another's flanking heaven from big garage. I would just see too many players in too many spots, and I don't think they understood where their win condition came from, and I'm not quite sure.
Ну и ты всегда не вовремя занят, да конечно.
Surprisingly, actually being one that I think they've looked pretty good at with Yampy, so I think they could get it done in 2-1, but I'll still stick with Heroic. I think they're actually.
Бля, они начнут играть или нет
I
сегодня?
think that's what impressed us the most when they were playing Fnatic is that
Ну
they
реально.
showed that hunger. They showed that they were trying to stand at the same level as Astralis in terms of their preparation, and maybe. Oh,
we're back, guys. We're back.
Yeah, and they were.
Неужели начали?
As Dan
Не
said,
верю.
Daddy Astralis there at that high level of prep.
That word is ruined for me.
What's that? Daddy?
Yeah, it's gotten a little connotations now are.
People use it the wrong way too much. It's just it was an innocent word.
They took it away from you. Innocent and wholesome word.
Give it back.
Смотрим.
Give Daddy back.
Well, there we go. Off to the pistol round. Heroic on that T side, which will be quite fun to see. See what kind of game plan they have. Well, Nico's just going to walk out of Heart with the assistance of Tessus, and they're going to annihilate everybody. So ENCE have a non-starter here with this pistol.
Пиздец их разъебали, конечно.
I mean, Ariel can definitely make some money here. It's going to be hard.
Ой, бля.
$300 here.
На кого я поставил?
Nice for the following rounds.
Как детей, блядь.
Gotta take it one step at a time. And they're just gonna make it. Oh!
Oh!
I was wondering where he was.
Ясно.
On the X-rays or anything.
Weird that as he was hopping down, I had a feeling like in this position, I feel like I'm gonna get knifed or something. And then he just literally was like, I thought he was gonna come up ladder and kind of hit him from behind, but he's right under him.
Your game sense was kicking in.
I know someone was like knife. Have to piece it together, Like, why am I saying knife in my head?
I feel that way with a lot of with when you play, you just kind of sometimes know there's that, like, that's why you have to just sometimes make that random 180.
Yeah, something doesn't feel right here.
Yeah. Well, early ramp rush from Heroic. This is an interesting anti-eco from them. Would have thought there would be something a little bit more procedural, but it still seems to work regardless. And they are now taking control room on top of that. This is looking like a pretty clean round for them.
Чей пик? Ой, я даже не посмотрел, чей пик. Вроде героиков.
Kills, maybe get lucky with the gun, but Heroic doing a decent job of putting back together.
Yeah, the eco frags are maybe rolling. He's
holding W. He's padding those stats, baby.
It was something we saw yesterday. We played Nuke, and it was I think it's the same situation, but there was like no damage exchange between either team, and it was oh god, yeah, but we saw one person die at least, but otherwise it was similar in that sense. Yeah, Heroic off to a good start, and they do have to run another solid anti-force spy round. And
я поставил на ENCE тоже. Поставил 1К. Посмотрим. Что-то они пока ни о чем выглядят, если честно.
We get initially Heroic with a bit of pressure towards upper, but they sort of fall back a little bit, perhaps trying to bait the CTs into a response. With Nico down control, it's nice. It's a beautiful transfer actually from Nico, really dealing with those two players very efficiently.
Пиздец.
This is actually so clean from Heroic, even despite the fact that they have players kind of all over the place. They're doing it really well.
Бля, какие героики жесткие.
Drill here.
It seems like, you know, by the speed that they're hitting bomb sites, they might have a tell on ENCE, at least on maybe where the weak points are on anti-ecos or potential force fires by them.
Бля, не дай бог героики выиграют. Не в обиду Кириллу. Ребят, поставьте лайки, пожалуйста, под трансляцию. Ну давайте, посмотрим, на что вы способны. Блять, это с ССГшкой своей сраный.
Yeah, that's also what made less sense because there's like so many eco rounds, and it wasn't until.
Ну я только на первую карту ставил, так что еще можно. Ну ладно. Ты долбоёб нахуй, алу, блядь, такой конченый, просто, сука, долбоёб, блядь. Ой, сука, на кого я поставил, блядь? Просто животное. Я хуею.
Very tensed up Ariel in an interesting and somewhat awkward spot. You can see he's slightly worried.
Да большинство в конторах героики фавориты. Я хочу так сказать. Блядь! Да ну нахуй, а! Как дети, сука, играют.
until that point, it was a 4 versus 1. There was a chance that maybe they would have survived with 4 players again. So we have to consider how well.
Да иди сейв, братан.
In terms of keeping their players alive.
Куда ты пошел?
Big deal. It's going to make life quite difficult for ENCE. And with that said, csgo's doing he's doing God's work right now in terms of trying to.
Да ёбаный рот, а.
From the coffers of Heroic, but they will end up finishing around with 2 players left alive, and they're still in amazing shape. We've got players on 10k, like 3 players around 10k, so that's not bad for round 5.
Yeah, 5 kills on the side of ENCE. In 4 rounds, you're definitely.
ENCE никогда не умели нюк играть, зануда плей. Эх, фигово. Кажется, нас ждет 3 карты, ребята.
I like it.
Yeah, we can see just how weird Ariel's roster is. 4 dots. I mean, it's so wide for pro crosser. Usually they're much tighter.
I like it. I'm from Quake where I had a different crosser for every single gun and different FOV, so...
Yeah.
Different sensitivities?
No, I didn't do that.
I had a different sensitivity for the lightning.
Если не 2. А джампи это какой джампи? Это у этих? У ENCE? Я вчера лесенько за 5 часов КС с 50 до 600 поднял. Красавчик. Просто, сука, бесполезные ENCE эти. Блять. За теров, блять, не могут, сука. Ой, за КТ выиграть ни одного раунда пока. Жаль. Все, пизда ему.
In terms of how they've been using their pacing, there's been quite a few moments where, and again, this is actually something that Astralis, I think I noticed first them being very good at, and maybe I'll say that about most fundamental things in CS because they are such a, their legacy is pretty undeniable. I think they were the first elite team to more or less play the game as most optimally as you can think from all angles. And so the point I want to make about Heroic is how they use pacing, and they, in the middle of the round, they may have a fast pace, but then they might just pause. And the pause can really force some overextensions accidentally from your opponents, who are maybe reading a different pace in the round. So you really
новость за Финна в джампе, который соло нави уничтожил. X7 вместо джампа играет, вак у него. Вак? Серьезно? Бля, ну это жестко реально. Жаль, конечно. Найс. Хорошо.
Swing out there. Oh, it's clear, guys. We got him. Yeah. And then another guy there with just mow down 3 people now looking at him.
Yeah, that's one of those like really cool like just time old tricks that's just always going to be good. Just throwing it in, it's that extra bit of doubt. You're going to think that it's going to be clear. Obviously, you have to be careful if it's a position it gets commonly Molotov, but still. That's a good way to get back on the board.
Блин, бедный челик.
Might switch things up. We can already see it's a slower pace. They have the outside smokes, which they're actually working.
Посмотрю после игры.
The whole team pretty much. They've left obviously 1 in lobby. Sometimes you may leave more, so you have lurk options and maybe a rotation up the vents as a possibility. But
ой, блядь.
he's sort of misplaying that a little bit. That's not supposed to happen.
You're supposed to be kind of moving a little bit with your elbow peeking. You know, just in that case right there where you kind of pushed up against an angle, so the guy with longer range angle can see just a little bit before you.
Yeah, you could know your angles. If you turn your body sometimes with the nade out, you can just barely show the tip of your elbow. So that was probably to Nico's credit.
А он типа реально читер против нави был или ну он просто хорошо играл?
I agree. And look at the position it's put ENCE in. their economy is completely wrecked, and so you're in a situation here where you have to think, okay, well, if we, what is our like
Пиздец, бедный челик.
our percentage
Жаль его, конечно.
for success is in this round?
Если он реально хорошо играет, то это пиздец несправедливо.
What will our percentage be for success? Okay, is it significantly greater? Well, let's just save the guns then.
About 98% greater.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Ребят, тем временем, кто, если увлекается ставочками, кто зашел первый раз на мой стрим, можете подписаться на YouTube канал и подписаться на Telegram канал, ссылка в описании первая. Просто нажимайте, там переходите, там каждый день прогнозы выходят. Мы там общаемся в чате, так что welcome. Буду рад вас видеть.
There are also like intangibles that you got to consider as well when you're thinking about those kinds of things.
One intangible is that Sunny just
И под стрим можете, пожалуйста, лайки поставить, кому не сложно. Спасибо.
you feel really bad if you're that one player and say, oh, we gotta save now. And Sunny's like,
Бля, ну ENCE это, конечно, пиздец. Ой.
single player may be lost, but everyone else wins in the long run, for sure.
Yeah.
Get headshot.
I'm sure you're all like that, Sunny.
Shoot people before they shoot you. That's a great starting point. Come back in this game.
Money for Heroic is swelled up, and it's looking pretty good regardless. Another interesting setup coming out here since they've put out the double opposite vent, and now X7 is just posting up in the vent itself. That's a great nade though onto Sound.
Great.
Yeah. I like, I don't know if you remember the old CGS pro tip, where or was it Clown? It's like,
Реально, ENCE победы нет, не слышал.
hold down with your mouse to control your spray. It's like, no way!
Probably Clown because Mo, he could only op.
Yeah, I think it was,
So
I think it was,
I don't
So
think
he would know that
No,
incredible.
no, he would not. He would
piece of
not.
advice.
That's why he ops all those times.
Да, я чистую победу ENCE взял.
yeah, that was,
It's
Profound.
that really blew
Ну,
my mind.
уже...
I remember
My
it
life.
now. It's I can see it happen. I remember that commercial looking thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I was just fucking tapping every round.
Жаль.
Another opening there.
Очень жаль, что они так очень плохо играют.
Openings being found as they go down lower.
Wait, how did this just happen?
I mean, they just walk down lower and just got the picks. It's just swung,
It was like
got the
5 on
kills.
5 for a second, right? And they just got out down there with no resistance, no
Yeah.
spotting. That's kind of weird.
Sunny's having a hard time. You can tell. He's getting just. I don't know if Heroic anti-stratted to the point where they know a lot of the common spots he plays, or he's just asleep at the wheel right now. One or the other. Heroic
Ужасно играют.
a very good job finding entries on him. He's 1-7 right now, and if you're that player that is responsible for that entire B site, then you need to do better. Just flat out, you need to. At the very least, it could be a 1-7, but you're staying alive for an extra 30 seconds because you cycle through your utility to slow down Heroic at least. But he's just dying instantly right now, and it's unacceptable for ENCE's chances.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's crazy with Sunny as well because it's just, if you look at where he was in 2018, just sort of the drop in his stock and is kind of crazy because I think he was in the conversation for one of the best players in the world at that point when mousesports were at the top of their game in 2018 with that particular lineup with him and Oscar and csgo and Robs and
Да, но 7-1 это, конечно, очень тяжелая ситуация уже выходит. Еще из-за тиров они забрали 7 раундов, да. Брат, прогнозы бесплатные, да? Дима, у меня все бесплатные прогнозы. В телеге можешь посмотреть. Я говорю, ссылка в описании, кто хочет, если вступить в телегу, вступайте. Там все прогнозы каждый день. Еще будет вечерний прогноз на фейз биг.
We're seeing the same thing happening in Heroic. They go forward pretty quickly. Now they're just holding. They've been holding for quite a while. They're looking for some kind of an overextension. Because also, if you look at that positioning, they don't really have a way to get onto a site very effectively unless they get a pick. So they're kind of trying to force ENCE to give them something, but they're not giving them anything, and in fact, it's actually backfired at this point.
Ну тут только 8-7 делать.
Hold that thought, 'cause Alu just smashed Borup. And they don't want any piece of that.
По-другому никак.
So good discipline this round so far from ENCE. I think it's fair to say. Heroic.
Блять, ну как... Ой, хорош, Сани.
But Sunny with a
Хорош, просто разобрался.
and the round will be finished off. And so it's really interesting, you know, Heroic, they had
На нип не ставил,
something pretty
Дима.
specific in mind, and they just didn't get the opportunity that they thought that they would get from ENCE. So I'd expect them to probably go back to, instead of waiting for ENCE to make a mistake, kind of forcing the error, instead by actually trying to take an important position of the map and not just stop sort of halfway through.
Yeah, so I thought the linchpin of that last round was the lobby person from Heroic. I'll talk about that later. They're rushing out there.
Yeah, definitely quite a change of pace. Just the vent bomb there. It's honestly so impossibly hard sometimes to deal with that.
Эх, блин.
That is so distracting, especially if the round slows down. You know there's a T crawling around down there, but
Убивайте, хорош. 3 в 3. Блин, один коцный.
so 3v3, so there's definitely retake opportunities here, but it's definitely
А, уже бомба стоит, блять, я не увидел.
ENCE under control, but Tess has missed his timing.
Yeah, he definitely had an angle on that. But this opens things up for ENCE here in the 3v2. Cadian and Sound going to be playing control
Бля, не успевайте, пацаны.
position. Cadian should be going.
Хорош!
Oh, wow, F7 just deletes him from the server right there. And it's just Sound now. And
Отлично.
find the kill on top.
Лучшие. Хорошо разыграли.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see a variation from Heroic where they play around like that a lot slower, just to sort of see how it messes with ENCE and their rotations. But yeah, they're Heroic are mixing things up quite a lot. We've seen a lot of every round's been
Да и так нормально.
from as far as their T-side approaches go. So I'm just curious what will be next.
Спасибо за подписку на канал.
Be surprised to see something more standard.
И вступаем еще на телегу, ребят. Каждый день бесплатные прогнозы, между прочим.
Feigning control towards it. They don't actually smoke it off, so ENCE should have good information here. That
Кто вступит, могу ники прочитать.
Tess still somehow finds a kill onto Sunny.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Sunny seems to be getting picked up apart a lot outside. And at one point, maybe you gotta change it up to where
Блять.
you want to get info, but maybe put yourself in spots where if they chase you down, you have your teammates in better spots at the side of the head, you know what I mean? So a lot of these spots that Sunny's been playing, like outside, he get picked off. He's down lower. I know even though he's playing it pretty safe, he still gets picked off and then runs away with the round after that first pick.
Я занят, позже перезвоню.
Looks like they're just all over the place right now. Don't have
Yeah.
really structure, it seems like.
Вот почему мне все не вовремя звонят, когда я занят? Вот
Heroic's conversion after getting the initial pick is
когда я сижу, нихуя не делаю, мне никто не позвонит.
seems like they've been getting
Когда я занят чем-то, все, сразу я всем нужен.
I think, you know, a couple of the rounds that we just saw them lose out was just it's one of those situations where sometimes like it's losing a round isn't a bad thing because although ultimately you want to have as many rounds as possible.
Тут, на этой карте,
there's a lot of value to
скорее всего, героик, потому что они взяли уже 7 раундов.
And then on top of that, you can also use that round in which you lost to act as some form of conditioning, like basically sort of incepting certain ideas.
Затеров.
To your
На этой карте точно они победят. К сожалению. Я на Нави сегодня поставил 2К. Блин, ну 2К на Нави такой себе, братан.
Had objectives that you're trying to achieve, and it wasn't just like the same thing that you've been throwing at them repeatedly.
I'd like to see Alu in a fast rotate spot this round.
Спасибо еще за подписку на YouTube канал. Спасибо, ребят. И повторюсь, можете подписаться еще на телегу. Сейчас посмотрю, есть ли подписчики новые или нет. Так, пока нету. Смотрим дальше. Хорош! А, это, блин! Это нашего убили, блин! Да ебаный рот, надо было уходить вниз.
they find that opening pick. Heroic able to convert so nicely, finding the second on top of that aerial.
Я поставил 1000.
After his teammate Sunny does, or no, vice versa. Sorry, but what is that? What is it doing? Sergey posturing towards Hut right now.
Пиздец.
Figured out the lobby position, and it looks like he'll be taken out right in the back. Up coming up towards Heaven is able to find Sergey.
That's where he is.
And Alu, yeah, he may have locked down this lower bomb site, but it was not what Heroic were interested in.
Все, Ника услышал.
Impact, especially with the AWP, and they've been putting Alu in these really passive.
Все, пизда ему.
Yeah, if they, you know, walk to him.
Эх. Здорово, на что ставил? Ставил на победу ENCE.
Oh wow.
And then he just gets taken apart. It's just unfortunate to see because literally Heroics, you know, tosses and just walking, flashing, walking.
2 человека вступили на телегу. Сейчас прочитаю ники, пацаны. Спасибо за подписку огромное. Вступил Арамбал и Дмитрий. Спасибо вам огромное, пацаны. Добро пожаловать. Будет вечером ставочка. Увидите. И можете в чат вступить. Вот Арамбал вступил в чат, красавчик. Здорово. Здорово.
Most fights he's been taking have ended in a split second, and usually he's coming out on top. He's looking quite good.
Yeah, I think the last series we saw from him too, he was.
Эх, пацаны, как все плохо-то, а.
So I think it's just another thing that is a testament to the amount of time I think that the heroic players are putting in right now.
3:10, а. Сейчас будет, скорее всего. Потому что
specifically they have per week, but
пистолетки вряд ли что-то сделают.
They're clocking a decent amount given the performances we're seeing. And it's, you know, being down 3-9 on the CT side of Nuke it's a tough start. It really is. And
ребят, кто заходит, можете лайкосики поставить под стрим. А то как-то 6 лайков, 3 дизлайка, такое все.
One kill at least. And there's a chance for more Sunny here with the Getty, despite his struggle. He is a very, very strong pistol player, and he's strong with everything. But will we see a Sunny Deagle highlights? I feel like he's walking away from all of the action, so maybe not.
Just avoiding Heroic, it seems like. Should be a 10th round for Heroic here, and it's not really putting up too much of a fight here. Alu will have a chance for some duels at the very least, but Nico, crisp as always, will take him down and find slash.
Рядом полегли 2 брата. Из их уровня ставил, исходя из этого. Они уровня выше все-таки героиков. И коэффициент очень хороший был. Конечно, последние игры они проиграли, а героики наоборот выиграли, но все же я решил поставить на ENCE. Бля, пацаны, делайте 5-10, а? Бля, не дожал. Да блять, а! Да чё ж за хуйня? У них все коцанные.
Oh, that's
хорош.
Sunny with the double there outside. And I was just going to say that before that happened, Heroic have been doing fairly well when they go outside, but it's looking tough now. How do you convert out of this? Well, there may be no conversion at all. So 4th round on the board for ENCE. The fact that the best prospect is 5 rounds on your CT side definitely sucks. Yeah, there's no way around that fact. But
сам играешь в CS? Да, я играю, у меня звание калаш с инками.
But it does also feel like in some of these rounds
так, посмотрю, пока кто-нибудь вступил еще в телегу или нет. Так, пока еще больше никто не вступал. Но ссылка в описании на прогнозике.
probably expected an over-rotation from ENCE, and it actually just never came.
Well, I mean, it was, but just one person killed 4 of them.
That's
Sunny. Sunny's the only person who was there in the area, and he managed to blast 4 people, so maybe they did get a little lucky.
Yeah.
Эх, блин, не дожал.
To get aerial off of the angle at ramp. Alu is trying to rotate in. He may not have an opportunity though because Heroic are just.
Да ёбаный рот, а.
Tessa's getting that opening pick.
А всё, на планете никого.
X7 is still here at the control door as mollied off though won't have an opportunity to find a kill. Heroic will be planting that bomb towards lower for the control side. Katie and taking.
Пиздец, 4-11. Я хуею.
Jams up where ENCE can actually hit from at this point.
Once again, we're seeing Heroic just holding the pace, seeing for the, waiting for that response, and that trade is gonna definitely favor the nice defense coming through.
Если бы убил, были бы шансы.
Ali will be finished off as
Всё.
well. That's a very solid half, an 11-4 finish. That's off for the first map of this series. We'll see if ENCE have anything to say for themselves after this break.
Просто жаль. Сейчас тоже покатал катки, но я в отпуске. У меня глобал, а на фасике 8 левел. Хорош, хорош. Да я бы тоже бы имел бы хорошее звание, если бы сидел прям задротил. Потому что я играю очень редко. Ну, я как? Я нормально играю, но я захожу редко, поэтому у меня скилл на одном уровне все время. Какие страны представляют эти команды? ENCE это Финляндия, Heroic это... так, я же писал в телеге, сейчас посмотрю. Это Дания вроде. Да, Дания. Так, еще один подписчик в телегу, ребят. Вроде... или нет, стойте. Так и осталось. Да, так и осталось. Перепутал. Ну, ENCE это пиздец, если честно. Ну, реально. Без пизды. Нет, я ставил на ENCE. 1000 рублей. Ребят, пока перерыв, вступите на YouTube канал. Ну, подпишитесь на YouTube канал. Можете вступить в группу. О, не в группу, а в мой телеграм-канал, который в описании. И поставить лайкосик под стрим. Заранее спасибо. Ну что, погнали дальше. Унижение. ENCE продолжаются вроде. Все, пизда. Чай слева не прочекает. Ну это пиздец.
Heroic trading pretty effectively, but they won't be able to stop the bomb from going down. So that money is guaranteed at the very least for ENCE. However, well, I say that, but they actually are.
Вы что, дебилы? Вы бомбу поставите, нет?
Before going for that, they do have time to work with, so you can't really fault that approach. So it's very tense stuff as Heroic are lurking.
Блять, что вы делаете?
Perhaps wondering why is there no plant just yet, and there's a push to
Ой, долбоёбы.
a trade for Heroic. I feel like, especially with one of the players still being very low, that's going to be quite favorable.
Ну нахуй вы бомбу-то поставьте, блять, конченые, сука.
Now try to get that bomb planted, then they will.
Пиздец.
Making his way down through Decon will face off against that low player, which is X7 Sound. Looking for the right angle to fight, the right timing, and he will take down X7, which means it's just up to Sergey. He's an explosive young star.
Иди нахуй. Долбоёбы, сука. Стояли, блять, на пленту, не могли бомбу поставить сколько времени.
crosshair. So light too.
Hey man, he's pretty good at digital vibrance.
Просто
Yeah,
конченый,
it's a lot
блядь.
closer to the screen than us. So,
So oh yeah.
also perhaps a smaller screen, which would help.
Yeah.
I have a hard time seeing yellow crosshairs on certain maps for sure, though. On
Are they colorblind?
Dust.
They just do it? Yeah. I don't
Dust and
know.
Mirage, for example,
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
a yellow. I don't use a yellow crosshair.
Это просто охуительно в атаке.
So I do too.
Yeah, magenta. You
No
always
way. I
see-
use.
Жалко, я на героик не поставил, конечно. Но нет, я думаю, ENCE должны все-таки взять свою карту и потом третью карту будем наблюдать. Ну, в этой понятно уже все.
Well, it's going to be a fast upper push coming in
So
from
на этой
ENCE
карте.
for their force spy. We'll see if how good this is, and it's actually looking fairly good at the beginning. They're going to be able to get
Как
one
уёбки
plant,
сыграли,
and
блядь.
actually, this starts to get really weird if you're heroic because there's a lot of post-plant utility still left available, and with effectively perpetual main smokes, there may not be a way back into this for heroic. They may have to bite the
Да
bullet
пиздец,
and
блядь.
save.
Я тебя
I hope
понимаю.
that's the case.
Я думал 2-0 спокойно заберут, блядь. Да и по хуям.
Oh, Ali might be doing just that. Very sneaky stuff.
It looks like Heroic are calling it off at this point. Alu's flank got way too much information for ENCE, and Heroic just don't favor their chances. Especially since Alu scouted out the last two. It would have been a pretty obvious hit. A little bit too... won't have the tactical advantage. Just really surprising ENCE at that point. Good call from ENCE though. Off the back of a plant in the pistol instead of opting for the hero AKs as many teams do. They go for quite a bit of utility and just SMGs. It's another strong option, especially given the fact that Heroic will likely be upgrading guns of similar strength.
Эх, ENCE.
As long as you play the numbers game, you still have a very strong opportunity. And ENCE showing us just how that can work.
Ну, давайте посмотрим, как вы.
I think it's one of the most common ways too if you're going to go to that set piece.
Будете играть дальше.
Set piece. Unable to stop it.
Ребят, лайков завезите, пожалуйста, под стрим. По-братски. И кто не вступил в телегу, можете вступить в телегу. С прогнозами. Бесплатными, что важно.
And ENCE defaulting out there might see those late cross smokes coming in shortly. And perhaps they'll try to cross without them. But that would be very, very dangerous. But here we go. There's one. And then they'll probably throw one quite close to the T-Ray container. There we go. And then they can try to make their way.
Ну давайте, давайте. Сделайте проход. Ох, ща нашьё там смог. А, нет, повезло. Ща мог так нашить просто по красоте. Ну, посмотрим, Див. Ну, что-то не особо верится. Еще один подписчик телеграм-канал, спасибо. Сейчас после раунда прочитаю, кто вступил. Так, давайте. Делайте красиво, пацаны. Хорош. Хорош! 4 в 2.
Yeah, not really all that much to do in this position. Let's play really.
Ой, блядь! Да ну нахуй. Ебать, да пошел ты в пизду. Да ты ебанутый!
Is there time here to actually get to the bomb? I think there just about might be. But do they have a kit? Yeah, Bork has the kit and he's going for it here. Here comes the hold, and I don't think Sergey's going to be there in time to stop this. Bork!
Ебать вы конченые, сука! Какие вы конченые, просто! Как нахуй? Как, блядь? Они уже сейвятся, блядь, готовы, пошли! Вы гоните, блядь! Долбоёбы, блядь!
great idea. This is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the kind of thing that would like break the morale of the team. No one
Подпишись на лемонсбет. Спасибо за подписку. В натуре. И Никита Клочков, спасибо, ребят. Спасибо. В натуре подпишись на лемонсбет. Шо ты? Сука, такие конченые, блять. Как можно было этот раунд отдать? Это пиздец. Блять. Что нахуй я только что увидел? Это, блять, просто... Минус суши. Сорян. Просто, сука, боты ебаные.
If Heroic doesn't find that one kill from Bora, yeah, they're gonna stop. They're gonna go for it.
Oh my goodness, I just can't believe that. That's like open level shit right there.
Well, we have a pretty solid chance here for ENCE. They managed to make it to 3v3 after those initial trades. And they've managed to also potentially outposition Heroic, and especially if Tezos goes down, he does get his bell rung through the metal shutter there, so he's somewhat protected, but...
Просто, сука, боты, блядь.
Very nice shot from X7.
Да он тебя выебет, блядь, они играть нахуй не умеют, сука. А второй, блядь, чел вообще нахуй в какой-то пизде был, если бы он его не убил, все это пизда, блядь. Опять раунд заруинили, блядь, что вы делаете?
It's such a long road to get to a victory here. They would need 10 rounds, 10 more rounds. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy, блядь, в натуре ёбнутые.
This may be one of them, though. The force five coming out from Heroic and the best weapon is.
Я просто вхуею с них.
He is a very proficient scout user, actually, though, so I can't count Heroic.
Вот если бы взяли тот раунд, был бы уже 8-12. Блять, как можно было... И уже можно было хорошо играть, блять. Ну, блять, ну это пиздец. Ну все, ему пизда. Да, по-любому. Ебать, с такой игрой какой камбэк, братан. Они просто творят какую-то дичь. Ну все, пизда. Поплыли, пацаны.
Considering their approach still, as the Tessus is on top of this silo, it doesn't seem like ENCE are actually too keen on trying to take that space away from him. Looks like they do want to regrab it.
It's sometimes hard, even on a force by on the CT side, to take lower with kind of no smokes. I was wondering where all the smokes went for ENCE.
Позорище просто.
Try to force an angle lower without a smoke, and he got instantly killed.
These are the weird positions I see out of ENCE more after Alexi B left the team, where there was that player going into big garage, there was still some players towards lower, and they kind of are just all over the place, and now they make this desperation hit. It may still work out for them, given their weapons.
Позорище нахуй, просто пошел ты в пизду, блять, а. Такой нахуй позор, да если им пизда, все. Хуесос. Тупой, блядь. Не, пацаны, все. Животные, просто животные. Камбэк, да? Ну да, конечно. Тупые соски, блядь.
Yeah, it's like you have to have an option to do something else if something goes wrong. If you don't have that, you have to commit. And they didn't have, let's say, a couple players in the lobby, or even
Я не понимаю, как они играют просто вообще. Ну реально.
Maybe allow them event rotation upper or something like that. Or maybe a backstab through ramp, through room. Like they didn't have that option, so the only thing that they can do is commit. So,
а ты где был?
Yeah,
Модератор, блядь.
Don't realize that that's the case, and so then they're just like frozen in place, not really knowing how to proceed.
I know it's really hard at this level to save some utility, but I think a map like this, you need at least a smoke or Molotov to help you take lower if you're not clearing out all the spots. Like ENCE was doing, they kind of cleared out the control room, but that's really it. They got punished heavily for that.
Бля, как у меня горит, пацаны, это пиздец. От такой хуёвой игры, просто хуёвой. Просто ебанейшая игра какая-то. Ну да. Дебилов в жопу ебут просто, блядь.
It's well, actually, Nico still got some presence there. He's locked away by Squeaky with those smokes, and oh, looks like Sonny looked away just at the wrong moment. That's poor timing for him. That's unfortunate. Now the three players who remain for ENCE on the site, they don't have much space to work with. They're all stuck around the bomb itself, but they will still defend. Well done by ENCE, and that'll make it 7-4.
Почему вы берете такие сложные раунды, но не берете легкие, просто элементарные раунды, где надо раз-два сделать? Почему жампи нет? Говорят пацаны, что типа его забанили, и он не имеет права участвовать в турнирах типа из-за вака какого-то. Типа такого. Да, стрелу. Понятно. Играют как животные. Ой, бля, иди на... Опять! Вот опять они сольются пистолетом! Опять, блядь! Да я даже не удивлюсь, если они сейчас сольются. Ну ладно, сейчас они не сольются. Да говорят, что он не юзал читы. Что хорошо играл, типа. Не знаю, кому верить. Ой, пацаны, жестко это, конечно, все. Пока камбэком тут не пахнет, ребят. Ну реально. Ну посмотрим. Какого хуя у меня телефон отключился? Ёбнутый телефон какой-то.
Depend on results. Eric, I don't know what jobs you're doing, but
Oh.
92%, 8% crispiness is missing.
Не брать такие элементарные раунды, ну реально, пацаны, ну это просто пиздец. Бывают, конечно, такие камбэки. Ну. Но не в этом случае. Но в глубине души, я надеюсь. Когда работает мой... Когда не работает мозг, а работает сердце. Что я несу, блядь? Блять, они же проебут этот раунд. Ну, пацаны, просто юспы нахуй, все один калаш, они его проебут, блять. Это увидите. Это так смешно на самом деле.
Very weird to see ENCE walking into a trap at this point. It shouldn't be possible. That said, the trap.
Блять, телефон-то ебанутый. Какой-то ёбнутый телефон у меня. Да, смотрите, они проебут этот раунд, блядь. Да, смотрите. Чекайте, ебать. Блять, такие клоуны, сука. Такие нахуй клоуны.
And that bomb needs to be defused. There's no kit, so they have to get on top of it. The smoke comes through, the defuse starts. It has to be held all the way, and Cadian takes him down. It's their time for this.
Долбоёбы ебаные.
Oh, but he has it. That's crazy.
Сука, блядь. Ебать вас в очко, нахуй. Это просто пиздец.
Much like that round where it was like a 2v4. Heroic starts saving.
Сука, такие черти, блядь. Я в ахуе просто, блядь. Какие вы, сука, донные, блядь. Все нахуй раунды с пистолетами отдали. Все, когда у противников были пистолеты. Животные, сука. Ебаные животные просто. А чё хули, сейчас они возьмут раунд? У этих денег не будет, они опять с пистолетами, они проебут. Да им легче проебать сейчас будет, ну реально, ну без пизды. Им сейчас легче проебать, чтобы, блядь, с пистолетами выиграть. А, ну ладно, пусть выиграют так. Заебись. Чмошники, блядь. Ебать. Пацаны, вступите в телегу. Хотя бы так порадуйте меня. Чтоб я не так горел. От души будет. Ну, кто еще не вступил? Ники прочитаю. Я просто в ахуе. Я просто, сука, в ахуе. Как так можно, блядь, а? Посмотрим, блин. Я вообще хотел, чтобы 2-0 было. Сейчас еще потеть. 2 карты сейчас как минимум потеть сидеть. Ну, вторую карту ENCE должны забирать. Но, смотря на их уебанскую игру, я уже не знаю, что от них ожидать. Ну, реально, вот просто как уебище сыграли последние. Ох, пацаны, это, конечно, жестко. У меня будет дизмораль пиздец, если я въебу эту ставку. У меня будет лютая дизмораль. Спасибо, Димон, спасибо за подписку в Телеграм огромное. Красавчик. Спасибо, ребят, кто сегодня подписался. Прям это, мотивируете. И на ютубчик можете подписаться, если не сложно. Ну и на ютуб канал. И поставить лайк под стрим. Спасибо, 12 лайков уже. Спасибо, ребят. Нави, ой, камера хуёва. Блять, хуёво, конечно, да. Да, задержка есть какая-то. Бля, что такое? Сейчас, подожди. Ну, сейчас меньше лагает. Но все равно лагает. Братан, не ори, пожалуйста, мы все поставили. Да как не орать, блин, у меня горит немного. Ну все, я постараюсь не орать. Ну реально, ну в таких ситуациях у меня прям вот начинает башка слетать, когда просто проебывает раунд пистолетом. Просто пистолетом.
what do we learn from that, do you think? Because it seemed like Heroic kind of business as usual, ENCE visual.
Понял. Ну, я не знаю, что с вебкой такое. Какая-то ерунда. Ой, жестко, жестко. Это все, конечно. Фух. Ну просто такие раунды проигрывать, пацаны, ну сами понимаете, да? Да, блядь, что у меня с телефоном? Фу, боже, закройте, пожалуйста, две карты по красоте, пожалуйста, ENCE.
Misdirection for ENCE. They didn't know where they needed to be all the time, and a lot of that was predicated off the fact, for me at least, that Sunny was having a very hard time at lower to start things off, and Heroic focused most of their gun round attacks at that lower B bomb site. And if the player who's responsible for that is having a tough time, you're going to end up.
Хорошая команда игра у героиков, а у ENCE просто никчемная была командная игра. Ну, посмотрим, если они, как говорят, нюк не очень умеют играть. Надеюсь, что исправятся.
Yeah, I agree. I think, again, we were thinking about, okay, how do we sort of look at ENCE as a team with X7 back in the lineup and everything like that? Is it going to help or hinder them? And I don't know. It's just, I think even with Yampi in there and everything, I think Heroic are still going to give them an extremely strong game. So it's a very difficult situation, I think. And moving on to train, I think it's going to be even more difficult still. That said, there are definitely opportunities that allow things to be a bit more simple, because with train, it can often come down to a few, like let's say Heroic, if they decide to default most of the time, and their default ends up in a variety of pacing, but the same sort of objective of we're going to be out to the bomb side, or stuff like that, or if we're going to have, let's say, a battle for Ivy, where that's where the advantage will be won and lost. So it just becomes more simple. It's much easier, I think, to know how to kind of where to put the resources, and it's much easier to get the deductions as to what the other team's doing on the map than Nuke. Nuke can be really confusing, especially again if you have, like, let's say, having X7 back. Maybe they change. I'm not like super on top of ENCE's positions, and now they've been changing them with new players coming in. Maybe they change some positions. Maybe that's going to throw a wrench into the works there. It is something where, like, it's so beneficial on the CT side if you've been playing the same player for a while, because you just know. You don't even have to communicate. You know how your teammates are going to react to stuff, where the holes are going to be. So I would hope that this map will be tighter from ENCE. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Пойду поиграю в фейсе. Давай, Алихан. Чё, ждем жаркий трейн от Heroic. ENCE. Возьмите трейн. Просто возьмите трейн.
Yeah, that's true.
They still managed to and sometimes that's a matter of comfort on the map pick, but peeking three players peeking Bora one by one when he's clearly on fire with the Deagle is a mistake that goes beyond any map. That felt like that situation could arise here on train as well. I know ENCE should tighten things up, they just have to show it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a better look from them. I think ENCE will have a more of a fun time on train. That said, Heroic are a very active team, so they're really good at disrupting you. If that's how they've like looked at this matchup and they're thinking, okay, that's the kind of style we'll have to play. I think we should expect some like micro IV aggressions, interesting inner setups towards ladder room and also taking control of team main, just being quite active to kind of disrupt ENCE if they're very default heavy. And so I would love to see that. I think that's such an exciting way to play the game. It's always feels rewarding as a viewer to see a CT side take agency on the map and actually dictate the pace to the Ts. And I think Heroic are very capable of that. So if I was ENCE, that's probably something I'd be really worried about in this particular game. And I would want to keep it simple, I think they were trying to do that on Nuke on their T side. So I want to see ENCE getting their players out towards E-box and getting the DM. I think that's where they could, that's what they need to be doing.
Счастьем и радостью пришел на участок, чтобы отдать свой голос. За или против. Но вслух не скажу, а то не сбудется. И сейчас посмотрю, как у них дела. Да, выдают маски и перчатки. А где голос отдать? Сюда, к вам? Ага. А подумать можно еще? Мы с моим осьминогом проголосовали за лучшую жизнь. Ой, как красиво, бля.
Блин, братик, жалко, но тут походу 2-0 Heroic, так как с такой игрой просто забей. Блять, ну... Может быть. Но я надеюсь на лучшее. Да посмотрим. Может быть, произойдет чудо. И они что-то сделают. О, играем. Блять! Чего нахуй? Я пока тут сидел, блять, они уже... Сука! Без комментариев, пацаны. Просто без комментариев. Просто тупые животные, блять. Я в ахуе.
Does turn away, and this may allow ENCE to scale nicely on the site, but
блять, на что он надеялся?
It's actually really interesting because I actually want to start, because this is definitely something that's in the meta right now, is that the Ts will not invest almost anything in this round. Obviously they didn't even get a part in the previous round.
Ой, все, дизмораль пошла.
And so the CTs normally play far back, and they protect their own economy and all this kind of stuff. But now the CTs are adapting, knowing that the Ts will play for the bomb plant, and then now they're playing close. So I actually want to see people start force buying in that round. But Tessus, that's some information.
Ой, блядь, похоронили нахуй все, ёбаный рот.
And this is a great energy from ENCE into this round. That's really rewarding for them.
А бомбу никто не хочет поставить? А, Сергей, гей, блядь. На нахуй. На въебало, блядь. Тьфу, нахуй въебало. Бомба будет стоять все, нет? Ребят. Нет, не хотите бомбу поставить? Ребят, может хотите бомбу поставить? Нет, не хотите бомбу поставить? Нет? Бомбу нет? Не хотите? А почему не хотите бомбу поставить? А ты сейчас еще и животное бомбу не успеешь поставить, так? А, ну да, уебище, конечно. Нахуя бомбу ставить? Нахуя тебе дополнительные деньги-то, блядь? Ну, правильно. Нахуй она нужна, блядь, в натуре? Мы лучше постоим, почилим, блядь, посмотрим. Неплохо. Ох, сука.
I think is obviously going to be quite interesting because We see a lack of helmets on the CTs as well. They had to sacrifice that in favor of utility, so X7 will make his way forwards with that Mach 10, and there's the upgrade immediately. And indeed, the lack of helmet really doesn't do Borup any favors, and a fast position outside game by ENCE. Indeed, just as you said, this was what we really wanted to see from ENCE here, trying to take control outside, make it a little bit scrimmy.
Ой, животное, блядь.
But that said, Heroic are bouncing back quite nicely. The bomb site is still under their control.
Find some information here, but there's smokes down the lane, preventing him from finding too much. And so just slow it down here. They are down 2 on 3, so they have to be really careful.
Доставь ты бомбу, сука.
Не расстраивайся, братан. Нас ждут великие дела. Весь мир опрокинем.
Да, Паш, тебе спасибо за донат. Да, прокинем, блядь, конечно. Пиздец, нахуй. Долбоёбы. Спасибо за донат, Паш, тебе. Мы-то опрокинем, ну, сука, выиграть-то охота. Вот уебаны, а. Конченые уёбки, блядь. Сука, пиздец. Сука, бомбу тогда поставили, у них бы сейчас бай был бы. Ну реально, блядь. Просто, сука, поставить бомбу. Ой, блядь. Он тогда мог поставить... 2 раза они могли поставить бомбу, в итоге отсосали хуй, блядь. Животные, сука. Тупые, нахуй.
Scary prospect for ENCE.
Он да вообще долбоёб, блядь. Он типа хотел фейк сделать, чтобы на него вышли. Животное. Последнее, блядь. И даже не убил, блядь, в итоге. Вот вам и ENCE, нахуй. Охуенная команда, блядь. Сука, такие педики, блядь, я отвечаю, нахуй.
There we go, the rifle gets it done. Katie starts throwing nades though, so he's unable to immediately trade. Puts himself in an awkward position with smokes there.
Повезло, просто повезло.
I think not how that was supposed to go. I think Katie is supposed to keep the AWP out there, but it's all good. Heroic still in 3v4.
Повезло. Еще раз повезло. Ну я и говорю, это фейк. Ну, толка от этого фейка нихуя не было. Только хуже было.
Like your job is very specific in a setup like that, yeah.
Им хотя бы 5 раундов бы взять за трейн. За теров. Ну эти еще, видите, сейвят, блядь, у них денег и так дохуища сейчас будет. Ой, блядь! Идите нахуй просто. Долбоёбы. Сейчас посмотрим, пацаны, сколько они возьмут. Сейчас проебывают раунд, у них бабок нету.
And they only had 2 alive, so that definitely sucks.
after that Molotov because it's too common for operators to stand there for a couple seconds. Because the first couple seconds of the Molly won't tick as hard as the last couple seconds of the Molly.
It goes up incrementally. First tick is 1 damage, second tick is 2.
Спасибо за подписку на канал еще. Давайте еще одна подписочка и будет 360 зрителей. По красоте, пацаны. Ясно. Ясно, понятно. А, все. До свидания, пацаны. Пока. Пока, пацаны. Молодцы, ебать. Молодцы, нахуй. Сука, блядь. 361 подписчик. Спасибо, пацаны, огромное. Спасибо. Кто не вступил в Телеграм с бесплатными прогнозами, можете вступить. Там каждый день прогнозики жду. Ссылочка, если что, в описании самая первая. Нажимаете, просто переходите и подписывайтесь. Благодарю заранее. Хе.
That sucks if you are ENCE, unfortunate. Doesn't really seem like much fortunes going their way, but you make your own luck, as the saying goes. I think that's a good way to look at it.
Isn't that not luck?
Well, you make your own luck. You gotta make it.
But if you're making your own luck,
Ха, лох.
I think it's the phrase is more off the principle that luck doesn't really exist.
how would you make your proof?
No, I'm just saying I'm just saying the phrase itself is with that principle in mind that just.
But then it's not luck anymore.
There's different kinds
А кто отписался-то один, пацаны, вы чё?
There's 4 different kinds of luck.
Чё тенс бомжи, да, это пиздец. Соглашусь. Это второй раз попасть не может, блядь. Один хуй их все равно убьют, блядь. Ой, блядь, минус бомба. Ой, иди нахуй.
Swinging around.
Hoping for the best right there, swinging for the fences.
Taking us for a ride with that one.
That was cool.
So far for Heroic, and their money's growing. And ENCE back on the buy, so again, it is curious what they would, what they're going to be going for within their game plan. We have seen some of those aggressions that we were expecting from Heroic. We saw that Ivy setup, although the Ivy setup, unfortunately, there was definitely maybe a bit of brain fog for Cadian, and it didn't kind of do the job it was supposed to do. But other than that, like, it would have been, it would have been very successful otherwise. And now Cadian's move with the AWP is a setup towards inner, and fortunately for Heroic, their setup is going to fail. But that's great news for ENCE as they take some control towards inner.
Брать нужно этот раунд. Очень сильно я хочу, чтобы они взяли этот раунд. Прям пиздец как хочу. Так, хорошо. Ебать, он сколько раз промахивался уже? Хорошо. Пойдет сейвить. Повезло.
It is funny because that's the only way that they've actually legitimately lost these gun rounds is when they're making these aggressions that actually on paper they should be performing way better, but instead they're giving openings to ENCE. And the question is, if you don't give any openings, like let's say they stop doing that entirely. Yeah. Can ENCE actually can they create a pick?
Игра, уря. Зачем они придумывают, кинули гранаты и на Б вылетели, только так смогут их стрельбой. Вот, братан, ты прикинь, нету джампи, все, минус ENCE. Да.
if ENCE waited like 2-3 seconds longer.
Блять, опять они этой хуйней Дебилы ебаные нахуй! Сука, долбоебы тупые, блять! Уебки! Нахуй вы так делаете, блять, опять нахуй, второй раз, сука! Ой, какой нахуй второй раз, миллионный раз, сука, они это делают, блять! Бомжи, сука! Ну ладно, блять, вроде... Блять, опять пистолетом, сука, чуть не слили. Бля, ссать охота, пацаны. Блять. Вот этот брать раунд надо, пацаны. Потом 6-6 выходить, потому что у этих денег не будет. Просто возьмите и все, сделайте по красоте. Поджим. Блять. Хорошо, что ушел, блядь, его выебли. Блядь. Хорошо. Ты, блядь, как не прочекал? Там же видно было его, нет? Или я такой тупой, нахуй? Ебать. Все, им пизда. Найс! Найс! Бля, пацаны, я поссать быстро прям приду. Я не могу, у меня уже... У меня клапан дали, пиздец. Сейчас приду, пацаны. Блядь!
It's still kind of a weird situation because initially
Сука.
it was kind of a one-for-one trade,
Разъебал всё.
and then we got, I think it was, I'm actually not sure who it was who pushed with the MP9, and as Kaden, and punished Sunny, yeah. And then at that point, it's like obviously looking pretty favorable for Heroic, but ENCE have only been winning these rounds in which Heroic have been kind of giving opportunities. So we'll see if things change on the next gun rounds. ENCE looking to try to finish things off here in this anti-eco, and likely not too much Nico could do from this position.
I think the op is here on the side of the train, actually.
That's a nice
Yeah.
smoke. Thank you, ENCE. Thank you for that smoke.
Oh, he didn't. Did he get it? I don't.
Yeah, he did. Oh, he didn't?
Wait.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Okay. Weird.
Not showing in the HUD.
I was gonna say it disappeared from the ground, so.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe it.
О, заебись. Блять,
It's a good point.
неужели они не отдались пистолетом, а? О, я ж прям аж рад. Умнички, а какие. Ну 6 это вообще охуенно, считаю. Бля, давайте на 6-9 выходите, по-братски. Пиздец, блядь, я тут все... Че вы ржете? Я тут все уебал, блядь. У меня нахуй кола вон вся вспенилась. Паша, а где твои охуительные вот эти темы, чтобы вступали в телегу, которые ты пишешь? На кого и сколько ставил? У тебя ставка на вторую или на матч? У меня на матч. На кого ставил? Ставил на ENCE, общая победа. Ребят, кто увлекается ставочками, кто зашел новенький, можете вступить в телеграм-канал, там бесплатные прогнозы каждый день. Вот. Найс! Блять, ну зачем выходить так? Хорош! Найс! 4 в 1. Блять, заебись, у них еще и денег не будет в следующий раунд. Живем, пацаны. Блять, активизировались патчики. Ссылочка на телегу, что в описании, я говорил. Если я забыл сказать. Просто вот тут так это, пацаны ебошут, блять, как могут. Красавчики, блять. Мы прибыли из будущего. Вам дайте разбогатеть. Подписывайтесь и будьте первым вместе с надежным капером лионс. Эти ставки ЖБ 100% качественное обслуживание. Ссылка в описании. Красавчик, Паша. Так, никто не вступал в телегу? Если что, ники прочитаю, кто вступит. Так, пока никто не вступал. Все окей. Бля, пацаны, берите этот раунд. Блядь, да ну нахуй. Да хорош, блядь. Хуя ты ставишь, блядь. Делайте красиво, пацаны. Хорошо, все. Но этот раунд они точно не отдадут. Отлично, пацаны, отлично. Ебать, просто активизировались. Ну, просыпается потихоньку, на мираже, если дойдет, потно будет. Очень потно, блядь. Фу. Давайте не будем пока про мираж думать, пока эту досмотрим, что будет, то будет. Бля, надо на 9-6 выходить.
This is pretty crazy to see ENCE, picking up so many rounds. They're doing a really good job bouncing back. They got some opportunities thanks to Heroic's aggressions that didn't sort of go the way that they were supposed to, and ENCE already taken those opportunities and running with it. They're looking good to get the 9-6. They've got a huge utility advantage at this point. Tassus will try to keep himself alive in the ladder room and try to hold on to this position for as long as possible. And we're going to see presumably some form of a setup to try to deal with him. You do really need to clear this position. And there's a pop flash. HE as well.
Там никого нет, пацаны. Братики, там никого нет. Опа! Инфа прошла, что Аваперс сидит. Так, тоже не попал. Ну, бля, -1 есть. Бля, на пленте все. Отлично. Блять. Ну да, это не берется. 8-7. Ну, неплохо, неплохо. Хорошо. Мама не дает деньги на бритву, чтобы побрить лобок? Чего? Какой лобок, блядь? А, мама не дает деньги на мужской спа-салон, не беда, заходи в ЛМСБ. Я это не видел просто, блядь. Сука. Спасибо за подписку на YouTube канал, ребят. Спасибо. Кто подписался. И лайкосики завозим под стрим. Пачки давайте накидаем. И в телегу вступайте. Делаем красиво. Пять человек сегодня уже вступили. Со стрима. Заебись. А ты случайно не знаешь, Артос? Нет. На кого из... Так, это я отвечаю. А, это вроде... Старые сообщения, да. Не приксы, как у депутатов. Сейчас я ссылку кину, ребят, в чат. На прогнозике. Бесплатные. Заходим.
And we're back. Okay. So, Heroic, they are definitely a team that has a T side or two in their world of Counter-Strike preparation, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some good stuff from them here to bounce back. But ENCE are definitely feeling it now with that recovery, and we're going to get a quick push into the inner bomb site with that bomb, as well as a push outer. So it's very confusing here for ENCE. Where's the bomb going?
Блять, давайте. 3 в 2, пацаны. Бля, такой нельзя отдавать. Блять, 2 в 2. Ну, бомба лежит. Бля, пацаны, нужно пистолетку брать, пиздец как. Фу.
Choke out some of these angles to make it easier on themselves. They'll have to go for the double drop here towards the lower ramp, but oh, how will they scale is the question. It looks like they're opting for sidewalk here, and the duels will commence. ENCE at the back lane.
Nice. Блять.
Now Borup here has recovered the bomb. He has an opportunity to plant, and given the modern meta, you would.
Nice, 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 nice. Фу.
Side, Heroic are such a scary team on their own offensive. They have so many plays.
Sounds like Heroic kind of messed up right there. I'm not saying for losing the round, but in that situation, maybe you want to plant the bomb.
Я просто сижу и не понимаю, почему я сейчас без грамма косметики.
It's so strong, isn't it? Yeah. Just guarantee the bomb plant. Like it's even if you lose the round, you still have a very strong chance to win the following round. If you just get a bomb plant, it's even better for you if you win that round. So
Ой, минус суши.
It's a very CT-sided map, probably the most CT-sided map in the pool lately. But if you can pressure that CT,
9-7, братан. Заранее, блин, так неинтересно говорить, на самом деле. Заранее лучше не писать. Ну, реально неинтересно. Я просто... Чтобы интереснее для стрима было, реакция, все дела. А то так буду знать. Так интереснее, когда вот просто смотришь, и все. Да ну нахуй.
get the frags on the side, but it's looking rather difficult. Sunny able to.
Блять, бомбу поставили, хуёво.
Out of 2 smoke grenades, that's really good to see, and that's an adaptation I think that we're seeing with the smokes there, and trying to use the smokes to allow themselves to not only get the plant. You can see that one of the smokes was designed for that purpose, but the other one was also designed to allow them to exit upper onto the sides to hopefully keep them alive and jump down into the CT that would be playing cogs to then get the plant. So I love that actually. That's a great adaptation. I think it's a lot better than what we saw from ENCE, which was just like what we see for a lot of teams, which is like, here's one flashbang.
Yeah.
So they do get the bomb plant, which they didn't get in the previous round.
They even plant to the side of the train so that if there's a person in the back lanes, he can't just easily spray just the left side of the bomb train and get that and kill the planter. He plants as deep into the smoke as possible while still being covered, so the chance of him dying is very low. Yeah, I agree. It's all around. It's much more.
Бля, делайте красиво, пацки.
What we're used to.
Those small things definitely make a big difference too, and a lot of people are content to follow the meta, and there's not as many teams that want to put the effort into. How can we actually look at the meta?
11-7, потом 12-7. Просто сделайте.
To get that extra edge.
Nice.
It's a good opening kill from Alu, though. They are very
Nice!
deal with this push.
Хорошо. Разъебали.
And they are dealing with it very effectively. They've lost no players at all. That's terrifying if you're heroic.
Yeah, it seems like heroic kind of just went from a 180. They were up like 6 rounds, and then all of a sudden they just started falling apart. And literally, they keep falling apart every single round. It's kind of weird because it's such a contrast from their previous rounds of last map and on this map.
Yeah. This round felt like a
Nice.
Like they didn't expect Alu to rotate B that early. A couple players dropping from upper with very minimal utility to support.
Так, пока не каркаем, кто заберет карту. Все может быть, это КС.
ENCE there, falling into a 3-2 setup rather early. That's off the back of securing position outside also early on so that you can rotate that off comfortably. So ENCE are actually showing quite a good train thus far. It's been off the back of some tough rounds that maybe Heroic should have won, but at the same time they've worked with that momentum and proven that there's definitely a strong case for why this is a first pick map for them.
They're good.
I wonder if we'll see Heroic divulge into some fast outside plays, just because I think it's a nice way to kind of reset things. Obviously they have pistols right now and they're going to go for an outside set piece. So we'll see how successful it is with the pistols, but they definitely need something to kind of energize the team at this point. It's been a pretty long drought on this map so far for them, and ENCE are doing a great job in hitting their shots and playing the basics.
Бля, надо отстоять, пацаны. Хорошо, все. Умнички, умнички, умнички. Все. Отлично.
Is that the best classic knife that Sunny has? It is really.
The fade?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
It's the best. Or well, I think arguably Case Hard and Blue Gem is very nice as well, but this is consistently.
It's really good.
Very good.
It's top tier. It's god tier. Okay. Only 5 rounds separating these two teams though, so Heroic with his buy rounds could really serve.
Да конечно, пиздобол топ-5 же, ты чё, ебать? Не надо так. О, хорош, блядь! Хорош, нахуй! Главное сейчас не проебаться.
It's difficult. You have to work the Ivy somehow to make defense spread out, but Ivy's just one little choke point. If you don't work that, then they're all like looking ladder and mid. 10 different angles you gotta look for as a T.
Бля, активизировали сенс, хорошо играют. Ну, им везет, конечно. Есть доля везения.
He said Heroics find a little bit of the light until Alu decided to snuff it out.
Ooh, poor. Now it's just 4 HP. 1v4, 1 HP per opposing player. Won't be enough.
Ooh, that's interesting. I think Sunny picked up an ult and he dropped it. So they decided not to go with the double up setup. As end switch. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what your game plan is on the CT side. The double opping is very strong in this map, but if you have a really good set piece, maybe inside, it's really hard to retake with 2 ops.
Right. I think he probably was used to picking up that double op for Yampy, and then he was like, Yampy, I got you an op, and then X7's like, what?
Oh wait, you're not here.
What? Okay, 1-for-1 trade, that's what you're looking for.
Блять, надо брать раунд, пацаны. 7-4. Выходить на 15 раундов, блять, и все. И не ебать мозги никому. Ну нахуй, да ну нахуй. Блять! Блять.
Pressuring outside is able to find Sergey, and Alu, it's just up to him in the 1v2. He's a camera right now, and Song may have spotted him just there, and he will be able to take him down. Good stuff on Heroic there.
Fuck.
Things up a little bit, not letting ENCE pick them apart in the usual default that they have.
Surprised no one or Alu didn't see him on top. I know if you focus on your screen, you might not see it, but his teammates were all dead.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised no one like, oh, he's on top trade. He's on top trade. Maybe they all just all alt tab when they die. You know? Go to that YouTube channel and look.
Just keep watching that video. Like, whatever.
I've seen that before though. So it's
Watching
not
people
entirely
eat
untrue.
foods.
They just
Whatever is the cool thing now.
They open the Steam chats and it's like, Yampy, wish you were here, bro.
Just complete unfocus on the match. I've seen it before. It's possible with pro scene.
Well, Heroic looking for some opening here again, denied though. X7 protects Ivy effectively. That would have been a huge kill. That would already have set Heroic up in this round, but instead...
Хорошо спасся, нормально.
Success for Sergey, although he will get traded out by good response from Borup, who makes his way down the ramp. There's a few different options here for Heroic, but the creep from Sunny could be very bad for Heroic's chances, and they are getting picked apart.
Отлично, пацанчики, просто лучшие.
Playing really well, and you know what? They found their footing on train here. It's looking like ENCE are doing to Heroic what Heroic did to ENCE on the first map. So it's maybe your prediction will come true to an extent, Eric, but not in the way that you had imagined it.
Well, I mean, I said if ENCE wants to win, they gotta go 2-0. They gotta go 2-0. If it goes to the third map, I feel like Heroic will take it away. Run away with it.
Sergey is really good at Mirage. He's probably I think Sergey is the best Mirage player in the server right now, actually. So it'll be on his shoulders, in my opinion, if it does reach that point, which it is shaping up to.
We did watch Heroic, I believe, in Mirage the other day against fnatic, and I think they played Mirage one of the maps. We should double check before I just throw that out there on the air. But we'll confirm before I say anything else.
The thing is as well,
We got that, заработал денег. Вынимай жопу, boys, no merit. Так, пацаны, я отвлекся, тут переписывался. Сейчас зайду чатик почитаю. Да и нормально. Валерий, не надо так говорить, пожалуйста, я же тебя попросил. Он ставил победу ENCE до матча? Я да. Валерий, да, реально, хватит. Больше не делай так.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's adjusted after that third kill.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Я тоже против этого. Я не хочу заранее знать.
Can the meter go above 100?
8:15. Все. Сейчас нужно забирать.
It's been confirmed by production that it cannot.
It functions as it functions normally incorrectly.
Ребят, кто не вступил в телеграм-канал, можете вступить. Там каждый день ставочки. Новые. Так что вступаем. Welcome.
Points though, looking to bring it.
Welcome, пацанчики. Всех жду.
Heroic don't have the best buy to try to stop them.
Заранее спасибо. Лучшие.
Or 3 Valios. And very light utility on the side of Heroic. Their only real gun round success has been
И можете лайков накидать под стрим. По-братски. Ну реально. Ну это просто нажать одну кнопочку. Все. Ебать!
now takes 2.
Хорош!
Four up and Cadian left. They're checking the flank active right now, and Cadian with the desperate spray.
Уху! Шакалака! Поздравляю всех, кто ставил на ENCE на вторую карту. Сейчас будем смотреть третью.
Especially with no utility, and at that point, Sergey just pushes on forward with the USP. The silent assassin is able to give Heroic a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, taking their own map pick this time around in a 16-8 victory. 1-1 is
Ждем следующий матч.
graphic will be updated shortly, or you can just throw it to us and
Ну, точнее, следующую карту.
right on cue. That was just so that we could see how bad of a half Heroic actually had. That was a 7-8 half, and it ended 16-8. So not much being accomplished on the T side of Heroic.
Yeah, they were very. It felt like they were muted, very unexpected.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's like they turn on a switch to suck all of a sudden, and it's like, where'd it go? You guys are doing so good, you know, in the first 18 rounds of the series, and all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, this sucks.
Блять.
Yeah. We'll talk about it more after a quick break.
Сука, нихуя не видно, блять. $214.83. Так. Ну да, реально, одинаково сыграли. Рандомно топлю за энцев. Энцы вперед, пацаны! Кто стоял на энцев, топим, топим, топим. Спасибо за подписку на телеграм-канал. Буня! Спасибо! Красавчик! Давайте добьем 70-го подписчика. Кто же будет 70-м подписчиком, а? Ну-ка, ну-ка, давайте-ка залетаем, залетаем. Кто будет юбилейным? Залетаем. Lemons Bet. Сейчас будем смотреть третью карту. Надеюсь, что ENCE возьмут свое.
Ой, да ладно тебе. Ой, как тебе республика? Хочешь вернуться? Не хочешь? Хочу попить чаек,
So
но
ENCE tie things up
все
here
пить чаек.
on their own map pick. They bring it to a 1-1 here, and we'll be headed to Mirage. This is a map that Heroic, actually we have not seen them on yet.
I thought I saw him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It's early in the morning for us.
A lot of matches here. Sometimes it gets a little blurry.
Yeah, northern. Yeah. So, but it's gotten to the decider, and interesting development as.
На фейз почему такой коэффициент? Я, кстати, братан, тоже не знаю. Но, скорее всего, что Беги в хорошей форме, а может у фейз есть замена какая-то. Я на самом деле тоже не могу понять этого. Но я, скорее всего, в телеге сделаю прогноз на фейзов, я думаю. Я думаю, стоит рискнуть, потому что фейз... Как бы там один Ника может со всеми разобраться, как бы, ну да, жесткий чел. Посмотрим. Так что вступайте в телегу, я выложу прогноз, я еще посмотрю, подумаю. Вот. Так что будем думать, что делать. И посмотрим, кто будет юбилейным 70-м подписчиком. Забайтил. Что так, игра еще не началась. Так что Bubble Team. Фиг знает, фиг знает. Bubble Team.
Конечно. Я же
in terms of what he had to do, and he wasn't able to achieve those things. And that's kind of the swinginess of Cadian that we talk about sometimes. It's just so he just doesn't. Sometimes some days he just doesn't have like nearly as good performances as to what his ceiling looks like. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, that said, Alu and Sergey and Sunny have all had periods in their careers where they've been pretty incredible on Mirage. So we'll have to see.
Eric, you were mentioning before we threw it to break how it felt like Heroic just hit the suck switch, and and that phrase has stuck out to me, and I'm sure some others. Why do you think Heroic had just such a dramatic downturn?
I think a little bit has to do with maybe Cadian not having a huge impact, but it seemed like a lot of spacing issues on the map was apparent compared to Nuke. On Nuke, they were just so tight in, if my teammate is over here, I'm peeking with him, there's no room for error by the other team or on the team, and on a map like Train, it looked like it wasn't even there. It was like completely gone, and it just, I don't know, it's weird. It's like they stopped focusing as hard.
Что ты смеешься над моим топовым бокалом?
Betting odds just showed up there, and it was actually really close.
Can we see that again? Is there a way to see the odds again? So we can assess the situation?
I think it was ENCE 1.8, and then...
That's really close.
Heroic 1.85, so ENCE just barely favorites here. So it's basically a coin flip, according to Betwave there. And I'd have to agree with them, actually, at this point. I think that ENCE is actually a very serviceable Mirage team. Like you brought up, Dan, that... Players like Sunny, Alu, and
Yeah.
all of them shown, For me in particular, I've seen Sergey.
Сейчас ENCE по красоте сделают, да.
To me, at the time, felt like they had
Я надеюсь на это,
felt like Sergey's
Валерий.
focus on this map has
Я надеюсь, что я подниму сегодня бабусиков. И взойдет прогноз в телеге мой.
because their game plan may be solid, but
И будет уже 2 плюса в ряд.
maybe hit that suck switch. It
Будет 3 плюса сегодня, третий дам еще. Будем разъебывать.
I feel like I haven't seen a lot of depth that would show that Mirage should be on a top 8 level. Again, not saying that Heroic are there either, but for me it was always the individual strengths that would be able to save it, and that also comes down massively to like what kind of team they're playing against. Because some people pretty
Ну-ка выкладывай, быстро.
to do much on the T side. Teams that are particularly active. I think Fnatic is, for example, a good team that would match up well against ENCE or Mirage from that perspective, because they have really good aggressions and they're very like, you have to have a good T side to deal with Fnatic's CT side. You have to be able to put them in uncomfortable positions. They're not going to give you stuff, and they're in fact actively going to take parts of the map away from you. So
Просто как, простой как, я ставлю через пари матч. Там, по моему мнению, самые высокие коэффициенты идут. Ну и вообще удобные. Приложуха. Приколюха.
Pistol round is going to commence between ENCE and Heroic. This is, if you are just joining us, the third and final map of this best of 3 between ENCE and Heroic.
Да, кстати. Базаришь. Шарит, гетро. Ребят, пока перерыв, ну-ка залетайте, кто не вступил еще. Мне нужен 70-й юбилейный подписчик. Опа, погнали, ебать! Делаем по красоте, ёбаный рот. Блять, ну ёбаный рот нахуй, как так, сука? Да ну его нахуй! Это ебалово, я считаю. Бля, пацаны, давайте, ставьте бомбу. Да ёбаный ты мудак, нахуй ты выходишь с одним ножом, блядь. Ой, иди нахуй, блядь. Уёбище. Ой, блядь, иди нахуй просто, сука. Нахуй ты выходишь с одним, блядь, я не понимаю. Ну, сорян за эмоции такие, но я не понимаю, нахуя это так делать. Профессионал, блядь. Я хуею с тебя.
ENCE didn't have actually like access to the A site, even though it felt like very threatening that they were about to move onto it, but they didn't really have a clean way to take it, so they wanted to hold instead.
Блять.
So really good map awareness and team
Я уже волноваться начинаю, пацаны.
And they're gonna reap the rewards here, able to pick up the SMGs and so on.
Ну не знаю. Я пользуюсь, мне нормально. Не знаю, почему тебя лагает. Алихан Карданов. Может, у тебя телефон лагает? У тебя какой телефон? Хуй знает, у меня нормально все. А ты где ставишь тогда? Да это пиздец просто. Следит с ножом, блядь. Ой, блядь. Что нахуй за сильверы?
Might have allowed Heroic to find some kind of opportunity across the map, but they look still satisfied with a retake A approach. And it will be Borup jump spotting from Toll Booth right now. And do look like they are in prime position to hit that A site, but they'll wait for their final member, who is not Borup. This is okay. Yeah, this is Sunny. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, so Sunny is
Sunny.
this round is what do ENCE take away, as they should have a free access to the A bomb site. We'll see in just a moment.
Heroic's kind of pushed up middle, so they know it's going to need to be A or B. ENCE has taken, made the way out.
Найс.
Aerial.
Блять!
They just changed nice.
Нахуй так выходить?
Looks like the bomb site's pretty wide open for ENCE. They just have to cut the Heroic off.
Блять, поставьте бомбу, пацаны, блять.
They only have one smoke remaining.
Ну это хуйня идея, блять.
We'll have to see if that's going to be an issue or not. This could be huge from Sunny. Oh, the transfer looked like it was on, but it doesn't yield a kill. Unfortunately for them, the spray to deny the bomb plot down to one. That's so unfortunate for Heroic, but still pressing the issue. Able to take down Sunny finally, and it might look fairly good for them here. They have an
Найс, Сергей.
still on Tessus. He has now tossed that
Блять, 7 хп. 1 хп, сука.
X7 is so weak. And now but this position seems like it could be good, but no. Cadian is doing a good job this round so far. And there's no additional grenades for Tessus to work with. Has to go for the frag. Ali goes for these jiggles, trying to bait out those shots, trying to play
Nice.
the clock, and I think he's going to do so successfully. That's a nice pick off.
Все, сдохнешь. Не сдох? 1 хп, блять. Что?
Back meter, 1 HP back meter.
Пиздос.
Happy where to stay.
Это пиздос.
Consistent help right there, obviously.
Я в инлайне ставлю. Ну просто, слушай, в париматче выше коэффициенты.
ENCE are able to win the first gun round, but actually
Для меня как бы коэффициенты в приоритете.
upgrade to 5
Я как бы один раз поставил и все, и забыл.
it is 1 Galil on X
Мне что там, сидеть целыми днями, что ли, в этом приложении?
to work with. So whatever they opt for early in the round, Heroic should be able to read this as being where the eventual hit should end up. There's not too much room for misdirection when you don't have smokes to deny information on the Heroic side. And now Stown in an aggressive stance towards Catwalk here.
Бля, пацаны, забирайте этот раунд. Пиздец, как надо.
Do some of the dirty work for them and maybe give up a life or two, because it's going to be so hard to get these AKs involved in a way that can just isolate some of the angles.
Хуёво их 3 ствола смотрит. Это, блядь, очень хуёво.
Here, peeking towards connector, but
Пизда.
Tessus is there.
Это пизда, блядь.
Be activated as well, as cat swing will come out from aerial, but he's to fall too. And that's one of the only nades left for ENCE, flying towards window, but it won't actually achieve all too much. As
Вообще не везет, пиздец.
you'll even see the whole window.
This is a really good recovery. If they actually survive a fight, this would be so.
А!
Like these early back and forths, it does feel really bad to be on the worst end of the battle for economic control, which is
1.95 на финнов давал.
so okay, just wants to do some damage here. Just an extra kill or two would be fantastic. Oh, he might be able to do it. Takes down one, some good damage on the following, but there is the trade eventually. So that's 3-1, and ENCE will
Блять, а почему он не сейвил? У меня вопрос. У них и так денег нету, блять. Он
really have the ability to.
не сейвит. Хотя уже ситуация была
I don't even
ни о чемная.
money on P250s. This is they're in a really bad spot in that sense.
Yeah, Sergey could just buy one. Oh, he buys a P250. Could have bought a flash or a smoke, but trust his shots. And I don't blame him.
Ой, блять.
Player for them. One of the few players from ENCE that have
4-1.
achieved top 20 in the world status at one point or another. He was top 13 the year prior. Cadian taking down Sunny though, and Borup finds
Да это разъеб все.
quick work though on the
Как детей, блять. У этих бабок еще дохуище.
alive. That bodes very well for them there, as they had already upgraded most of their guns to AKs at that point. This is very strong. This is a very strong position to be in if you're on the heroic side.
4 AKs on CG side, yeah, that's gonna hurt for ENCE. Make it a lot harder on trying to take over.
Ладно, давайте не спорить, какие конторы. Мы здесь не сидим, чтобы конторы обсуждать, на самом деле-то.
It definitely makes a difference. But this should be a really interesting round. And going with a default, they've got a player towards Palace, one towards DB Apartments. Trying to keep pressure. Just
Давайте,
presence
пацки.
on the map, make sure that the CTs are not doing anything weird.
Не сыграйте как уёбки, пожалуйста.
Between like the percentage of do I put my A lurk towards A ramp or towards palace. That's something that shifts quite a lot. So a story to be told there, but we do see ENCE developing their mid control. So
Бля, хорошо придумали. Сейчас он спину еще нашьет им.
build out of this. That top con smoke is still alive, but they can't be certain that this is connectors cleared. They are now clearing it. So it's methodical, but this is a very typical opener.
ENCE are in a great position to pinch this bomb site out. It looks like it'll be a dry contact play. X7 from the top of the stairs. Sergey from Palace. Ariel though is the first to find the
Хорошо.
finds the second on top of that.
Хорошо.
ENCE
Отлично, пацаны.
completely torn apart this A.
Хорошо сыграно.
Even lose a single player, which will force
Так,
Tessus-
это идет сейф.
Thankfully for Heroic, they had many players alive in the previous couple of rounds, so they will be able to buy into the upcoming one. But leaving ENCE with all 5 alive is definitely not what they were hoping for, even in a loss here.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where Heroic have
Хотя бы 9-6 нужно. Да-да-да. Реально.
which is that's okay to do. But the thing is, you have to have some kind of a reaction in the sense that because in there they don't know if how much is present in connector. Is it going to be like a heavy connector push?
Фу. Что-то меня трясти даже чуть-чуть начинает.
It's going to be a spot where they leave one in connector, but actually rotate players back to a ramp and split that way.
Фу.
But they didn't have that information, so one way that the teams would play that is they would put like an AWP on top.
Что-то странная хуйня, меня трясти начинает.
Play really passive.
Фу.
Be the guy that would deal with
Может уж холодно.
maybe have someone deeper on the side, or you just actually play retake if you don't have that information. It's just a tricky spot, and Heroic didn't make any info plays around the map at all. So
I was surprised by that as well. I thought they would have pushed into ramp for Palace at one point in that,
yeah,
after
you
losing
gotta
that mid
do,
space.
gotta do something,
It'd
right?
be more ideal
Yeah.
for them to do that, so at least we'll have them allow to focus on one area.
Уф.
That's unfortunate.
Down, turning
Найс.
It looks like it's a
Хорошо.
another round for ENCE here off of just really a couple opening picks, not too much to it. Nice flash from Sunny to enable Ariel there, and once again, Tessus and Cadian have to save. Tessus has just not seen any action for the last couple rounds, and he hasn't really been able to even, I don't even think he just fired a bullet in the last 2 rounds.
I actually love this play because from ENCE, and because the way that Heroic lost the previous round,
Блин, сейчас у них бай будет.
interpretations they could have in terms of how they would adapt into the next round. And one of the, I think, likely things that they would have done is play for more.
4-3 неплохо.
Either it's a mid setup or it's just an early investment in mid. Whichever way that works, the there's a timing attack on the A site where the positions will be basically mostly voided or very weak for Heroic. So
Еще лавандосики копят. Молодцы, молодцы. Хорошо. По экономике все хорошо у них. Так, сейчас как будут закупаться. Ну да, они форсуются. Ну как форсуются? У них, в принципе, бай неплохой. Сейчас берут 4-4, если... То 5-й затеров идет. Много поставил? Айша, я поставил 1000 рублей на ENCE. Да нет, психушку пока не пора. Рано. Психушка подойдет, ждет. Ой, блин, опять лагает трансляция. А, все нормально. Блять, куда ж ты несешься, сука? Блять, очень плохо. Дела очень плохи.
On this side at this point, but will they be able to do it? Alu trying to find an op pick. Does clear out that window, but how will he move on forward? How will he try to involve himself and enable his teammates to unlock this site? Sunny jumps out of the window and down is able to take down Tessus. Quick trade comes out from Nico, and Sergey jumps on top of the van to take out Nico as well, but it's just Sergey in the 1v3. He tags down to a single HP.
Блин.
Able to clutch it out. Heroic, bit of a good defense.
Эх.
ENCE is having to tell right now, because you saw that round, Honey kind of took a mid by himself, and I think the idea was if Heroic converged on mid, then ENCE would be ready to attack B.
5 косарей на финнов, 5 косарей на фейз. Я на фейз тоже собираюсь все-таки поставить. Ну, если эту ставку выиграю, на фейз поставлю. Если я эту проиграю, то я не буду ставить.
Sunny did acquire so much information. You think that maybe a more experienced team would opt for a couple players underpass and just say, oh wow, they really did give this up. Maybe at least in a window, get someone in connector actually.
Этот раунд надо брать, пацаны. Давай, Санни. Ебошь, как царь. Чё, блядь? Ну, сука. Не везет, не везет. Блядь. Да нахуй ты куда ты смотришь, блядь, вообще? Ты бил, блядь. Это очень хуёво, пацаны.
Eventually hit A in their successful gun rounds, and Heroic are able to build off of that so fantastically. And now ENCE is in the hole after a couple round losses.
Yeah, it's so it's kind of unexpectedly back and forth for me. That's
Блять.
I think the double orbs will be an interesting difference now moving forwards for Heroic. I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out, but of course first we'll have a save round for ENCE. The double orbs is interesting because, you know, if you have one AWP, I feel like on Mirage, one AWP is generally better in most of the time. And two AWPs is cool, and you want to play really aggressively with one and feel okay with losing it, just as something that will just catch off the team for a while. But the beauty of having one AWP is that you can rotate it around, and if the other team's kind of default heavy in particular, there's going to be a lot of spots where they're going to be taking certain angles and not expecting an AWPer, but maybe expecting a rifler instead, and that can actually just be your death. So.
Блять, я же выключил звук, почему мне уведомления приходят?
So yeah, super curious how this choice for Heroic will help them or hinder them.
Heroic are playing 3 people in A, and it looks like it's going to be kind of somewhat of an A pinch. We'll see who attack first. It looks like maybe ENCE will throw the smokes first and let the mid kind of scoop up from behind. Nades are going off. So far, no movement from ENCE. Bait the nade, and Sunny's going to come out. Oh, he's managed to sneak out.
Ну все, пиздец.
Good hold so far. Nico, I was about to say, is pushing out quite aggressively there by himself.
Так, 3 в 3.
It's going to be quite troublesome.
Блять, ну все, 2 в 3. А шанс был.
They have a couple kills. I don't know that they can actually get a bomb plant here. They may want to try to play for the kills. But yeah, Ali's going to take down Tessa somehow.
Ставьте бомбу, пацаны. Блять, ну ставь ты бомбу, сука! Ёбик, блять.
Generally speaking, a high percentage play in terms of getting the bomb down, but it would have been nice if Sergey was able to stay alive just a little bit longer on that A site to buy that space and time, and maybe even find a kill after that smoke dissipates. Was offered that, but now Heroic know the jig is up. Alu in a 1v2 situation, playing.
Бля, 2 вапы. Блять, ну не висни интернет. Блять, ну интернет ты ебанулся. Иди нахуй просто, чмо, блять. Блять, я не знаю, пацаны. Блять, он не взял, блять. Уёбищный интернет, блядь. Как давно на КС ставишь? Ой, да не так давно. Ну, вообще я давно ставлю. Ребят, если не сложно, вступите в телегу. Кто новенький, там прогнозы каждый день. Там обсуждаем ставочки, так что залетаем. Заранее спасибо. Надо брать 7-4. И там будут анонсы о стримах, кстати. И можете вступить на YouTube channel. По виду HD. Потом расскажу. Бля, ну если этот не берутся, это пиздец. Все. Это пиздос будет, пацаны. Ой, иди нахуй, ёбище, блядь, не могут забрать, сука, стоячего, блядь, долбоёба. Гандоны, блядь, тупые, нахуй. Хуесосы, сука. Конченые, блядь, дауны. Ой, пошел нахуй, пидорас, блядь. Чмо ёбаное, нахуй. Пидорас. Гандон с ушами, сука. Ну все, нахуй. Нахуй этих пидорасов, блядь. Уёбки. Опять у меня сгорело, блядь, как всегда. Уебаны просто, блядь, конченые. Черти, блядь. It doesn't even necessarily need to re-peak, it's just the fact that then those connected players freeze because they have to cover a lot of ground to get to the site, and if they're doing гандоны, блять, последние, штопанные, сука. В пизду даже можно не смотреть дальше. Дизмораль пошла, пиздец. The A-ramp push as well, so they could figure out, okay, are they actually rotating back away from mid to split from ramp and connector and palace, or is it going to be like that big surge through connector again? And they got the info to know exactly what was up, so... Сука. Это вообще-то мапа КПТ. И что? 8-3 это все равно дохуя, братан. Сейчас будет 9-3, блядь. Как минимум. Ну вот, видишь? Потом они проебывают 10-й. Потому у них нет денег. Они проебывают 11-й. И 11-3 будет счет. Потом 12-3 может быть будет счет. Ну если сделаю 9-6 каким-то чудом, то да, окей. Базару 0. Будет шанс хороший. Если 9-6 не делают, все. Ну ты долбоёб нахуй, тупой, сука. Нахуй ты лезешь так? Уёбище тупое, блядь. Гандон, блядь, штопанный, сука. Ну вы поняли.
The fourth wall has been broken once again.
I was just being fed info and I just thought I have to relay this. You gotta recode it now. Stop. Gotta be precise.
Уроды ебаные, нахуй. Просто, сука, уроды ебаные, нахуй. Сука, он даже сейчас не убил его с первого раза, блядь. Ой, иди нахуй, а. Тупая, блядь, мразь, сука.
I didn't make a mistake.
Never, never.
Alright, well, some kind of recovery there. To connect the Sunny.
Блядь. Я хуею, сука, от этих бомжей, сука, тупых, блядь. Такие же, сука, бомжи, блядь, а.
But now Sunny's got it all to do 1 versus 2, and this is so difficult, Mirage. How do you find a way to plant? Stone actually goes and peaks. Even though Sunny had to plant, it was in this like impossible situation where he can't plant. Stone's like, you know what, I'm just gonna 1v1 you. I'm better than you, Sunny.
I like that. I actually do like that. He's using a right A peak for one, so it's actually not the worst peak. And two, he probably does have to get to the bomb site, so if he didn't see him through that line, then he would just know he's probably to his right, or has to just circle around the box. So it actually, it's not too difficult of a situation. Usually, most CS logic would tell you to try to peek simultaneously or do a 2v1. But
If you had a rifle, I'd definitely stay back.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They bought 1 grenade this round and 5 AKs, and it was not even a smoke, it's a flashbang, and it's working. God damn it, it's working.
For now. It's working for now, but the round is a 3-on-3. ENCE does get the bomb plant.
oh, this angle.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of elevation, a little bit of an off angle there from Ali. This is alright. So what ENCE have learned here is that they don't
Я просто без комментариев. Даже комментировать не буду.
buy AKs.
Yeah.
That's the lesson here. I don't think I've seen a round like
Все.
that.
Я просто смотрю молча. Всё.
I'd love to see if
Как уёбки проёбывают опять.
the playbook of Heroic, I guess, after the break.
Тупые бомжи, блядь. Долбоёбы. Они не берут пистолетку. Это лоускильные животные. Они не возьмут пистолетку. Вот эти пиздюки выиграли их. Вот эти вот. Слева направо, справа налево. Без комментариев просто.
Back on the attack. Heroic looking for that B-bomb side plants.
They're all there.
Yep.
They're group. They're unity. They're one.
Oh.
Party.
Lux7's able to find one. Sunny, nice tracking from him, able to take down another.
Ну бомжи, я же говорю.
3 situation on the retake. Ariel trying to scale up catwalk right now, unable to find anything. The bomb is yet to be planted actually, but
Ну бомжи, я же говорю. Пацаны. Все. Это уебища тупые. Ладно, я молчу, короче. Смотрите сами.
That was kind of odd there, actually. Like, I kind of understand delaying the plant a little bit, but Tesla was kind of like trying to fight the guy on cat.
Yeah.
And he had the bomb, and it's like,
odd.
don't do this, man. Because the thing as well is that if he loses that fight, even if that kill gets traded, one of his teammates has to go out of his current position to run across to get the bomb to plant, and then that's the time when his teammates then in 1v2. So it's like it can get out of control.
Yeah, and the score may have.
А это 14-4, пацаны.
12-4. That was a.
Удачного просмотра.
That was a must-needed pistol win.
Yeah.
At this point, it feels like there's no way Heroic won't just squeak out 4 more rounds in this game. They have too deep of a playbook where it doesn't. You know, they could throw out defaults, they could throw out set plays, some kind of fake execs, anything in their bag of tricks. And Cadian has amassed a very large playbook in the last couple years as an IGL.
ENCE didn't even were not really doing too much either on their T side. It was quite one-dimensional. So, and Heroic didn't need to do much either to deal with it. So, that was kind of what I was worried about, ENCE's T side. I'm pretty confident that they can have a good CT side, but the problem is they just didn't get that much, obviously, in that first half. But see if they can do something with the force buy. Lots of softened up players for the remaining pistols to have a better time. Now he has a scout too, but and that scout's actually going to connect onto Storm. He's going to be cautious. 3 players that will die to a scout shot in 1 shots now.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Alright, well, Ali's almost dead. Yeah, I've got to keep these guns alive for the next round. Honestly, a scout can be so powerful. It actually throws me back to the old days again when you would see people, teams playing at the top level and doing these anti-force buy rounds, and it's the other team with their force has a scout, and they're just like allowing the guy with the scout to take so many shots before they've done anything, and it's like now you've got 3 players that have been tagged by the scout, and suddenly those
Санини он, блядь. Санная хуйня. Обоссанная, блядь.
I think that's so classic on Overpass to just see a scout and 4 deagles, and then the scout just goes for body shots because you have so many opportunities to find those single body shots as you would with an op, and even with a scout, it's actually easier to move around and just find those little pop shots here and there. And once the scout finds that initial damage, then the deagles just clean it up. Once the players inevitably have to push on the bomb site.
Да, они не будут больше играть. Все, они на дизморале, как я. Они сейчас хуйней страдать будут. У них вообще нихуя не летит, потому что они, блядь, играть не умеют. Ну, они умеют играть, но...
But the scoreline is 14-4, so you would like to see a little bit more urgency, if possible.
Tassis is 21 for 6, and Storm is also 21 for 6.
They are having a really solid game.
Yeah, this is shaping up really nicely for Heroic here. Thought this was going to be a little bit closer, but this has actually been the most lopsided game thus far.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, well, Heroic. Are they going to try to fake a little bit here? This looks kind of like a fake setup.
So it's like an A fake into a B explode. But ENCE has 3 people. Oh.
Ну нахуй ты пушишь, животное ебаное, блядь. Чмо ебаное, сука. Опущенная хуета, нахуй. Петушок ебаный.
3-on-3 situation. Sunny is still tucked on the bomb site. He should be able to stop this plant actually. Heroic taking that space for granted, and Sunny going into his own smoke. I think he may have been spotted at one point here by Tessis, but he actually makes his way onto the van position, and Sergey takes down Tessis there, and showing a little bit of life off of a sneaky play that doesn't quite work out in the way that I think they expected, but yeah. Sunny's able to recover it very heroically.
That's such a weird round of Mirage, because both teams abandoned mid entirely, and for some reason ENCE blind stacked 3 on B. That's super weird. I mean, I think it's because they wanted to make the info play on B apartments with 2 players, and in case it went wrong,
да это без шансов, пацаны. Вы до сих пор надеетесь, что они выиграют? Я хочу вас расстроить.
himself against a pro team is running out. Why not? See if he can get one.
Жаль вас расстраивать, конечно, ребят. Минус косарь, пиздец.
Quick shot on a Nico there and while completely blind, almost takes down Stown. A nice attempt from him, but the trade does come out. 3-on-3 situation. Sunny already shaping up for a fast flank here onto these 8 players. ENCE knows where this hit is coming and it's all going to be
Блять, а куда ты, долбоёб, идешь? Я не могу понять. Ты животное ёбаное.
Seems to have a good inkling as to this flank, but he's unable to deal with it. And now that's a lot of pressure on that you have to worry about, and it's very
Уёбище.
hard to just rotate all the way around. And now he has to stay alive. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's hard because if you're able, you feel like you have a chance to get a quick shot and fall back and recover, and then now Sunny's in a horrible position. And I think Sunny's play was really smart to just instantly rotate back out of that flank position.
Oh, it was very smart. It's something that he had to do, but it was unfortunate for his teammates to not play defensive to allow him to make that space work.
Oh, just lands right at his feet. Sunny, 1v2 situation, has to win this round, but it's unable to do so. Jumps out the window, Stown taking him out. 15-5 scoreline, and man, that broke down so interestingly. I thought as well, Aldo had a chance to find some kind of shot there at CT.
Yeah, it felt like a good. It made a lot of sense. But they were very ready for it.
Borup just ripped his head off.
Yeah,
instantly.
He's got to kind of take into account if you know someone's flanking your spawn, most likely the other teammates are going to be in the area as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, you should just play passive, like just hide, maybe wait for them to tap the bomb, because if they tap the bomb, you know that where one person is in that 2-on-3 situation.
That being said, it's a really heads-up play from Prямoi. Know that Sunny was on the flank. We got a kill on one of the players pushing onto the bomb site. We just need a 2-on-1 this guy towards CT. I think Alu may have been able to stay alive a couple seconds longer.
it's gonna get sprayed though, right through that box.
Yeah, but they're gonna trade. At the best case scenario is that he tucks passively and finds like a quick scope or something, a no scope maybe.
Like that spot's hard to be in though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like by ticket, it's
5-16. Нормально.
fall back.
Ну раз 5-16, пацаны, ладно. Спасибо за просмотр.
Makes a 1v1 for his Sunny. Sunny's playing against a guy that hasn't planted the bomb yet too, so that's also a plus. Yes, it's an interesting spot.
Блять.
Speaking of which, this could be the last round of this series, and it comes down to Sergey, it seems. Great headshot. That's gonna at least weaken the push slightly, but maybe not enough. It's still pretty damn strong.
Тогда вступите в телегу, пожалуйста, пацаны.
Ariel makes the play, but
Будет анонс о следующих стримах и следующая ставочка.
heartbreaking for Ariel. But Storm is having a crazy game. Everything's going his way.
Yeah. Cadian holding the angle on Alu. X7 left in the one.
Ну все понятно. Что они петухи ебаные. В принципе, я это и так знал. Вот. Так что подписывайтесь на канал, можете поставить лайк. Вот. Будем стримить потом, скорее всего, фейзов с бегами. Так что давайте. Удачки. Или оставить. Сейчас могу поменять. Сейчас могу просто все оставить, типа, и поменять название канала и превьюшку. Могу оставить трансляцию, если хотите. Сейчас приду.
Давай, быстро.
With ENCE, that they would struggle on that T side, and it's been something that's plagued them for quite a long time. And it just seems to be the case that I'm trying to think of like what it reminds me of when we saw them with so much success with Alexi B, and it's crazy that we still have to kind of think back that far with them. A lot of it was based off of just really good fundamentals and team play, but they never had like crazy strategic depth or something, like, you know, lots and lots of layers to their game. And it feels like they are trying to play more conventional Counter-Strike in the sense, you know, from when he left, but it just doesn't click. And so they've lost like what made them good, and now they're just kind of a bunch of good players still without an identity.
Yeah, I would have a little bit of a counterpoint there. I think there was some misdirection when Alexi B was calling. He wasn't. It wasn't like they were calling the most exquisite execs with lots of utility or anything, but when they found themselves in weird mid-round positions, Alexi B knew how to create another plan off of that. Consistently, that would shake the opposing team.
Yeah.
They would take control somewhere on the map, sometimes relinquish that space entirely, and then retake it later in the round. Little calls like that I have yet to see from ENCE. I've literally never seen it since then. I remember one call that he had against Astralis, for example, when they broke that nuke streak from Astralis, was that he sent everyone down secret and then basically just sprinted back up secret and then just killed a player at mini, then went back down secret. It was things like that where they moved as a unit, as a pack, and it was a little bit out of meta to make a play like that, and it caught, I want to say, Zipnix maybe at mini or someone, and then it just found and furthered their advantages in rounds in a way that when we watched them play Nuke, for example, today, we saw them that one round where they were on an anti-eco, they didn't have any more smokes left with maybe 50 seconds in the round, and they were already grouped up towards lower. They tried doing something similar where Alu was lurking through Big Garage, but then they just found nothing because of it, and then they had to go back, dry into the lower bomb site. Yeah, there's little points in, I feel like, every ENCE game I see nowadays, where in the mid-round, they don't know exactly what the call is. They don't know who's going to be coming up with the answer, whereas LXEB always had that second step to a round. And on their map pick today on Train, they didn't actually seem to need to do that. It felt like a lot of the early fights just went their way. When it was a one-dimensional round where they would find that early pick on Heroic because of a setup where Cadian maybe flubbed a shot, or somehow someone just gets a kill on a rifler, it all works out because then they just converge onto that outer yard and everything. It's fine. There's not too much thinking you have to do at that point. But when the rounds were slowed down on both Mirage and on Nuke, it was rare that they came out ahead.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And it does. I don't know what they need to do to fix stuff, and I think they've tried obviously quite a lot of stuff. I mean, who knows all the things internally that they've tried or haven't tried. I don't know if anyone has any insight onto that stuff, but whatever it is, they're still a little bit stuck. So I just hope that they get to move on to that next step. Obviously, the Ampy stuff really sucks. So hopefully that's something that they can get past.
Yeah. So, additionally, if you guys want some more Counter-Strike, there is an alternate stream going on right now, or actually, oh no, the game just finished. It's actually NIP beating out Existence. We mentioned that earlier, so just a reminder that once
Я ставил на энцев. Они проебали, черти ебаные.
as we run these group stage matches, and there will be, I think on the B stream after this will be Heretics versus OG, I'm pretty sure. So if you guys, so if you guys are more interested in what's going on with Alexi B, the leader of, or the ex-leader of ENCE, you can see what he's up to. But if you want to stick with us, that's fine too, and we'll appreciate that as well. Just stick around for either one, as long as you guys are getting your fill of BTS Summit CSGO.
But we got something special though.
Yeah.
Coming on the next stream, so.
Yeah, so I would
maybe stick with us.
Yeah, I would recommend sticking around because there's going to be a little bit of a special treat coming back here on the main stream, and it might involve some of this. Might involve something going on here.
Oh, little secret.
We'll see. We'll see what pops up here. We'll see. This is gonna change. This is gonna change.
You gotta entice them, you know. Don't have too much info.
All right, not too much. Not too much.
I was
It's
gonna
like
say,
the
I'm like,
Matrix.
I'm worried you're gonna spoil it again. Like this.
All right, I'm having a
production
problem
tell
with
you
that.
something, and it's just like immediately goes out there.
Everyone's thinking I can't keep secrets anymore or something. But I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. How about that? So, all right. So just stick around, and after a break, you guys are in for a little special something.
With our next matches.
Yeah, with the next matches.
That's what you got to do. You got to rationalize life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait. What's over there?
What?
What?
What's up, guys?
Oh!
Strangers, hello. How goes it in there?
It's good, man.
My name's Trace. I'm 30. I'm just now joining the party. But I think I'm right on time for a little bit of a BTS action. Hello, gentlemen. How are you holding up on the sofa?
I don't know, man. We were told that we were going to get a special surprise. No one told me it was going to be you, so it's a shame. But I am glad to see you. It's been a while.
Hey, so I see you guys have upgraded from big sofas to just individual chairs. I think that's pretty sick. I even got my own chair. Look at that.
Upgraded, you know what I'm
Did
saying?
they-
Hi, Maui.
Hey, what's up? How's
Wait.
it going? Yeah. Over there. Let's high five. Let's high five since we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Try to get it. Yeah. Sick.
Yeah.
Clap.
I think that's about as good as it gets.
Excellent.
So we've got a game on our hand or something like that today, huh, guys?
Something like that.
Maybe.
Phase, something like that.
You know, phase. Good clan. Good team. Clan. Like I'm going back in 2001 right
I
there.
think
It's a
Big-
flashback.
Big used to be Big Clan also.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Are
so-
they
Yeah.
big team now?
I don't know. I think they're just big.
No.
They're just biggie.
I think the
seems
big
like-
dogs.
It seems like there has to be more words, like more syllables in the name. You know, it just seems like. Well, I guess that's like phase, right?
And usually people just put esports at the end if they don't have that second word.
Mm.
So where's is it? It's just big though. It's just big.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you just put East. Yeah, East.
That guy is looking swole AF.
Yeah, you can say it.
I can
Yeah,
say
there you
swole
go. There you
swole
go.
AF fuck, you know.
There you go. There we go. Let's throw it out there. I swore on TV. Oh no.
I forget that with this broadcast you can say shit like that.
You can say a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Word. Okay.
Can, but how far will you push it? That'll be the big question.
You know, I'm
Some people have pushed it to the extreme. Some people have gotten away with murder. But we don't need to go there, do we, DDK?
Oh, why?
You got some
We'll move
about
swiftly
DDK
on.
over here, is he? And murder.
But bring it into the CS a little bit.
All right, let's go back to CS.
Yeah, I think. How do you guys think Bimus has been so far for the team? Because obviously, like Brokey, I think surprised a lot of people how well he adapted as a youngster into the lineup. Now well, moving on to the next. So it's all good.
Well,
It's all
let's
good.
keep on. Let's keep going with it then, right
Yeah.
there. Because FaZe has obviously shown that not only do they have the old guard, but they have the new guys coming in, and that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about with Brokey and Bemis. Now, for these guys to have come in here and try to, I guess, fill the shoes of someone like Olaf Meister, that's a big feat by itself, and those are big shoes.
Yeah.
So overall, how do we feel like they've done in accordance with and showing of?
I think what's surprising about FaZe Clan and the way they're integrating their younger stars or younger players is kind of like the opposite of what a lot of teams do, where the older players are usually the ones that are kind of playing the more set roles, doing a little bit more of the dirty work here and there, maybe 1-star or something like a Fallen type or a Fur type, I would suppose. But thinking back to Navi, for example, when they had Edward and Zeus, those guys were just doing the dirty work, the kind of lame positions. But it seems like FaZe Clan, Nico, Cold, and Rain, you don't want to make them do for more like the bitch rolls. You don't want to give them the bad spots. You want to make Brokey and BMAS do some of those things. And Brokey has been opping for them, which has been, he's come into his own to an extent, but BMAS for me has just been a solid player for them overall. He hasn't really been unleashed in my eyes, at least. I think he's had a couple good games actually, but it seems like he's doing that more within himself, whereas, you know, when you integrate for most lineups, when you integrate a young player, you just let him go.
Dude, it must be so sick if you're a youngster and you're like, you get the opportunity to play with Nico, Cold, and Rain. It's just like, it's just like three legends.
But
it's
all you're
crazy.
doing is being their bait and tossing flashbangs for
hey
them.
man.
But no, because we have seen that they've got some fire in them. Now, the question is, do they bring it to the server every day? I think it's still a little too early to say. I think FaZe Clan's still looking for that absolute rhythm that we know that they have had in the past, where they've just come into tournaments and dominate teams. However, Big Clan also on the docket. Believe it or not, Searson with an AWP, a scary prospect, all things considered. What do we know about Big Clan and where they stand currently?
Well, they all have the same haircut. That's one thing. So we got to keep that in mind that they have team unity, all right? These guys are on the same page, same strats, same haircut. Of course, a couple of them are parted a different way, but, you know, that's added a little flair to their teamwork.
It's contrarian.
Individual.
I personally love Searson and Keto. I was casting them a lot when they were playing in the domestic German leagues for Sprout, along with their coach that they also brought along, Toby. And this team was just such a riot. They would humiliate people all the time. Searson and Keto have such a high skill ceiling, and Searson is just such an explosive operator. I'm glad that he was able to show that at the last tournament, because the first time he arrived on the scene for Big, he seemed kind of more within himself, actually contained in a way that I wasn't used to seeing Searson play. But in the very next tournament, he popped off in a way that I think most can attest to being just surprising and just so dominant.
Yeah, and it's funny as you guys look at the little TV.
I'm making eye contact with it, actually.
I actually kind of want to like just hold the TV on my lap, just like
just kind of like hold it up here.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I just don't say anything on segment, just like hold it like a boombox.
Yeah, oh, now that's legit. Yeah. I could get behind that. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah. But all things considered, I think Big Clan came through and they took DreamHack by storm, which is something you have to look at and consider here as to what Big Clan we are going to get today. I think is the biggest question on Eric's mind, at least.
That was good. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Thanks. No, I'm good. I've said my piece.
Nice. Do we have the maps? Are we?
Map.
Where the maps at? guys. But yeah, it's finally getting a bit more serious. And I do wonder how much we have Astralis to thank for a lot of these things, because I think obviously Astralis kind of got it insofar as they realized that Sonic had to have power. He needed the power, and there's so many teams that where the coaches just didn't.
I'm just
no,
kidding.
but we
Oh.
I just
and us too are
nice.
All right, so we did say Mirage. There was a good chance of seeing it, but now that we get to see it again, if we look back, if we reflect back just a little bit, when they played on Mirage, it was 22-19 in the consolidation finals of the Masters, DreamHack that is, over spring 2020. So you think about that, it was pretty lopsided on both halves, and then you end up in OT, and then obviously FaZe lose that out, and Big go on to win. But overall, we look at this, that was a big performance from Brokey, no pun intended.
There you go. Well, you have to intend puns here. That's what we're doing here, Trace. All the puns are
nice.
welcome, okay? Like everyone else, you're welcome.
yeah.
Here.
But big picking Nuke, that's a punish. That should be a punish pick, I would say. That should be actually one. That should probably just be a map for big, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's really going to bode well for them here. FaZe can pop off on Mirage all they want, but if they can't carry an insane amount of individual skill on Nuke, it will be pretty difficult for them. That being said, it's always a little bit scary to pick Nuke just because you're starting on the T side, and if the individuals are feeling themselves on Nuke, they can just theoretically lock down many positions.
The other thing too is that sometimes it's teams will leave certain maps open just because, like, even though the statistics will be going one way in the time that they've been practicing, maybe they've decided that they want to change their map pool because that's an easier way for them to maybe reinvent themselves or to deal with the fact that people are adjusting to them. So maybe this is going to be a good practice for FaZe to see where things are right now. Kind of a litmus test in a competitive environment. Big definitely are a pretty dangerous prospect though. I have to say, we were talking a lot about Xantares' integration. I feel like it's kind of past due that we need to see God Xantares again. So that's one thing I'm going to be focusing on, like the positions he's playing, how he's going to be utilized in today's match against FaZe.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he shapes up on the CT side of Mirage, because the way that he was so effective for Space Soldiers on that map was that he did something that really no other riflers do in the professional scene at the moment, is that he played window nearly every round. And he would just dominate that position because his aim is so precise that whereas normally you would want an op from that position because they can get a kill so quickly, he was able to do it with a rifle and then sometimes re-peek faster than an op normally would, or just continue that burst into a second kill. And if Big are able to set him up, that would be a stellar prospect for their chances in this game to close it out 2-0. Okay, well, I thought he was frozen, but...
Yeah. Now, it's not Searson. I'm looking at Tabson for the big side because Tabson's obviously nuts.
Top
I
5
think
in
he
the
brings
world.
a lot to the table. Yeah, he definitely brings a lot to the table for the big clan. So I don't know if you guys agree.
I agree.
He's-
I'm a Tapson fan though because he's pretty amazing in terms of just overall gameplay.
Yeah, Eric brought up his idea that Tabson is a top 5 player in the world. Would you or would you not agree? You're on the spot, Stunna.
Oh, me. Well, I never really know if you guys are talking directly at me.
Yeah, it's
top
hard.
Player in the world.
Top 5
I would
is De Bear's claim. The De Bear's claim.
Top five. I would say maybe up there somewhere. I don't know about top 5. You know how Eric, he's got some little wild ideas. But anyway, that's why I love Eric, and moreover, that's why I love watching Captain play the game of Counter-Strike. It's because he seems to be at the right place at the right time with the right answers more times than not, and I think that goes in the way of him and Big Clan overall if they're able to capitalize on it.
So Trace, have you in the downtime, have you picked up any new hobbies? I see you've been knitting. You're on a nice little bit of knitwear there.
Yeah, man, I kind